Lancer football is now on the air.
Down! D10, 5 to the house! Truth move 25-20, blocked out inside the red zone, mark across the 19-yard line.
Now it's time for the Lancer pregame show. And welcome into the Lancer football pregame show on a Friday night under the lights. It's time for week 2 between the Pekin Dragons and your Belleville Lancers. Week 1, both of these teams both saw a win as the Pekin Dragons are 1-0 on the year as they defeated Rock Island 56-20. A really good Pekin team. We'll see how they play tonight. And the Belleville Lancers who defeated Collinsville 20-12 last Friday night. So we have a good matchup coming up. Both teams 1-0. One of them will be 1-1, and one will be 2-0 by the end of the night. Welcome into the Lancer football pregame show. It's going to be a good call tonight with my partner, Joey Van Zimmerman. I'm Steven Stock on the call. He will join me later in the pregame show near the end as we get ready for this one. In the pregame show tonight, we're going to be talking game highlights between the East win over Collinsville in week 1. My interview with varsity football coach Michael Harrison to talk about the week 1 victory and week 2 against Pekin tonight. And then we'll talk some stats and the player to bank on at the end while we transition into our football game broadcast. We're going to take a short break. We'll be back in 60 seconds after this short message.
I'm excited about the growth and just how the band has come so far and how everything is just improving so fast and how much improvement we have made too.
I'm excited about the concept. Our show is called After Dark, so there's a lot of stuff from midnight. We make a crescent moon, and our props are big light posts, which are very cool.
I'm excited about the competitions. We'll have 5, and we'll have BOA that's in the big dome, and then we'll host our own at West, and we'll have a great time.
NMAO TVA!
And welcome back to the Lancer football pregame show here on a Friday night from Belleville East. Pekin and the Lancers coming up in just about under 27 minutes to go. And that commercial was from our Belleville East Marching Band. You can see their performance tonight at the half right here on the Belleville East Broadcast Network. That's at the half if you're interested in watching that. So as we continue here on the pregame show, let's go and talk the highlights over East 20-12 victory over the Collinsville K-Hawks last week. And it all started with the running game as Moisey Trimble averaged over 13 yards per carry as he had 9 rushes for 118 yards. We'll get into the highlights here in a bit, but I feel like he was the player of the game on the offensive side. Now, on the defensive side, there's a lot of guys to choose from when he forced 4 turnovers, but I'm going to go with the guy that made a lot of tackles and the guy I highlighted in my interview with Coach Harrison, which was Jaden Howard. He had over 10 tackles and a big force on defense in the Friday night victory over the K-Hawks. And why not? Let's get into the highlights now. As my partner, Joey Van Zimmerman, helped me out with these as he made most of the highlights. I grabbed some from the Collinsville side. And a big thank you to the K-Hawks Sports Network for letting me use these clips and highlights. I appreciate that. Big fans of what they do over a few miles away in Collinsville. Let's go ahead and get into this one. K-Hawks and the Lancers highlights. Let's break it down. All right, let's start it off in the first quarter on the Lancers' second drive of the game. It's Darion Millender from the 12-yard line. He's able to get in for the score, and the Lancers take a 7-0 lead. But the K-Hawks, their first drive of the second quarter from their own 40, finding Thorts Wilson on a 60-yard bomb pass, and this game is all tied up at 7 apiece. A big play there, 60 yards. Your Beverly's defense, you cannot let that happen. And we're tied up 7-7. The next Lancer drive. How about some momentum going back to their way? It's Moisey Trimble. Cuts it outside. Now cuts it back inside. Out across the 45. Into the 50. Inside Collinsville territory. Inside the 40. Inside the 30. And brought down around the 26. A big run from Trimble sets up the Lancers in K-Hawk territory. But a few plays later, at the 14, the ball gets cocked up on the snap, and the K-Hawks will take over on the turnover. A fumble by Millender, and K-Hawks are able to take over at their own 14-yard line. But Lancers do get a stop, and with 2 minutes left in the first half, it's Justin Spears. He's going to be able to make a nice play here. It's Millender finding him on a 54-yard pass from Millender to Spears. His first ever touchdown on first ever football touchdown. The Lancers take a 13-7 lead. The extra point was no good. And then on the resulted kickoff, the Lancers get the K-Hawks to fumble on the return, and the Lancers are set up for some really good territory field position to end the first half. They're unable to score, and the K-Hawks, for their first drive of the second half as they receive kickoff, they're able to go down the field and kick a field goal to make it 13-10. Could it be at a 13-10 ball game? The Lancers, the next drive, it's fourth down. They're getting ready to punt back up to their own 25-yard line, and the snap goes over the head of the punter into the end zone. K-Hawks push all over it, and they tackle him in the end zone and gets the safety. It's 13-12, a one-point game with only 3:45 to go in the third quarter, and the K-Hawks are going to get the ball back. We'll see how this goes. And the next drive, it's Ethan Bagwell sacked in the backfield, ball's loose, and a fumble recovery for the Lancers. They would end up having 2 fumble recoveries and 2 interceptions for 4 total takeaways. And the next drive, it's Moisey Trimble. He's going to get a house call from 70 yards out, and the Lancers will take a 20-12 lead late in the third quarter. A big run from Trimble. He had over 100 yards rushing on Friday night. And now the K-Hawks, their next drive, they go down the field. It's 4th and 2 at the east 2-yard line. It's a QB run out to the right, and the Lancers defense does not let them in. They get a goal line stand. But after some able to run the clock out, the Lancers will give it back to the K-Hawks, and how about this? An interception, the second one of the night. Bagwell gets picked by the Lancers, and it makes it, and the East is able to go down inside K-Hawk territory, an 8-point game, 1.5 to go. But it's fourth down with 7 seconds left after a K-Hawk timeout, and the Lancers try to run the clock out. It doesn't work, and they turn it over on downs, and the K-Hawks have one last chance with 2.9 remaining. They need a miracle to tie this game and send it to overtime. And the Hail Mary snap, the snap is low. Bagwell scrambles out right. He's going to throw it deep, and this ball is intercepted for the second time in the game, and the Lancers are going to start off the season 1-0 with a Week 1 victory over the Council K-Hawks. Those are your game highlights here on the Lancer Football pregame show. 20-12 is the final. I don't know why it says 20-13, but 20-12 is the final. And of course, that footage is courtesy of the K-Hawks Sports Network. We appreciate them giving us a chance to use their clip. So we're going to take another short break, and coming up is the interview with Belleville East varsity football head coach Michael Harrison. It's next on the Lancer Football pregame show. Welcome back to the Lancer Football pregame show. We're just about 21 minutes away from kickoff between the Pekin Dragons and the Belleville East Lancers here in this Week 2 matchup. We just got done talking about East's win over Collinsville last Friday night. And let's go over to the Pekin side because we haven't had much chance to talk about them and their Week 1 win. They won at 56-20 over the Rock Island Rocks in a non-conference game in Week 1 last Friday night. And that's 8 touchdowns. They scored 8 touchdowns in the game. I mean, this team is really good. I was talking to Coach Harrison. We'll have that interview here in a little bit. I was talking to him where they have a guy all non-conference or conference player, an all-American, something by those lines, I believe. And this guy's really good. It is Kanye Tyler, who a running back who's been really good. He had over 1,000 yards rushing last year, and he put on a show in Week 1 And this Dragons team is really scary. We'll see if the Belleville's defense will be able to stop them. As week 1, the Lancers defense was able to force 4 turnovers, 2 fumble recoveries, and 2 interceptions. They'll need to do the same thing against the Pekin Dragons here in this game. And Scotty Jordan is the quarterback for the Pekin Dragons, and he will put on a show as well with Kanye Tyler in the week 1 matchup. 3 touchdowns for Kanye Tyler on runs of 11, 1, and 47 yards. And then also, the guy also plays free safety, and he had a 99-yard interception return. You don't hear about that every day. So 4 touchdowns in 1 game for this kid. This guy's going to ball out tonight, and the Lancers defense is going to need to stop him in this week 2 matchup. It is going to be tough. We'll see if the Lancers defense can contain him. Hopefully Anthony Cunningham Jr., the Iowa State commit, will be able to make some plays up front for the defensive line. And, so Pekin, a big win over week 1, and now it's time for the Lancers to see if they can continue that momentum in week 2. And a powerhouse offensive Pekin team who's ranked 65th in Illinois, according to Max Preps. Belleville East ranked about 118, I believe it was, 120 around there when I checked earlier this morning. East and Pekin coming next on the Belleville East Lancer football pregame show next. Welcome back to the Lancer football pregame show here on Friday night. We're under the lights here on this one for a 7:30 kickoff between the Pekin Dragons and the Belleville East Lancers. We're about 16 and a half minutes to go to the kickoff. We're just now about to wrap up the pregame show as we transition into our interview with Coach Harrison. I'll play that, and then we will transition into the game broadcast. I'll join my partner, Joey Van Zummerman, and we'll get you ready for the game as we get into that. But before we do, let's get our player to bank on for tonight's game, and it's going to be running back senior Moisey Trimble, who had a big game in week 1 against the Collinsville Jayhawks, over about 118 yards running the football on 9 carries. That's an average of about a little over 13 yards per carry. He's our player to bank on as the Lancers, who, if they're going to want to win this game, they're going to have to score. As you're facing a really good offense. Definitely one of the best in the state of Illinois offensively, and you saw it in week 1 with 56 points put on the board. The Lancers are going to have to be able to counter that with some touchdowns. I believe Moisey Trimble is the key to that. And I also would say just running the football. You had Brandon Coleman, who had 12 yards, also with only 1 run. We'll see if he gets some more carries in this one. But the running game's got to work, and also the passing game's going to have to work. You cannot turn the ball over. We saw a lot of that in week 1 against the Jayhawks, so the Lancers need to improve on that coming into tonight. That's your player to bank on, Moisey Trimble. hopefully he can lead the Lancers to victory tonight. And that is the Lancer football pregame show, as we're going to go to transition into the Lancer Conversation episode 1 with interview Belleville varsity head coach Michael Harrison. And after that, we'll see you at the end for kickoff. This has been the Lancer football pregame show.
Welcome back to the Belleville Broadcast Club social media here. I'm joined by Coach Michael Harrison for the first episode of Lancer Conversation, where every other week I'm going to try and talk to some of the coaches here for the Lancer Athletics. And today, joined by the football coach. Appreciate you taking the time to join me.
So I appreciate you guys doing it, man. It's pretty awesome.
So, for the people that are new here, freshmen or people that are new to Lancer football, go ahead and take a minute to introduce yourself and your coaching background.
Yeah, again, like you said, my name is Coach Harrison, Coach Michael Harrison. I have been coaching now for close to 20 years. Pretty much right after I got done playing in college, I kind of graduated and started coaching. Coached at McKendree University for a number of years. Kind of bounced around in the college ranks for a little bit, probably for the greater part of about 15 years or so, and then accepted the position here 4 years ago. So going into my fourth season here at Belleville East.
So let's go to Week 1. You guys had a big win over Collinsville. They finished 8-2 last year. They beat you guys last year on home turf. You're able to go to their home turf and beat them 20-12. What a great win for you guys. What's your thoughts on that win?
Yeah, it was obviously nice to start the season off with a win. Our guys played well. Obviously had some mistakes and some things that we got to clean up, but we're able to go there and beat a good Collinsville ball club. Again, coming off of 8-2 season, the playoff season last year. And to be perfectly honest, I think they're better this year. You know, they had a bunch of kids coming back. The running back Jerry Richardson is a Division I or college football player. And they got several good athletes back on their team. So it was nice to go over there and get a win. I think it gave our guys some confidence, knowing that we're going to have to go and play a playoff ball club. And so to come out of there with a win is definitely a step in the right direction.
Go ahead and dissect the game just a little bit. So one of the play calls I thought was interesting was early in the game. It's 4th down and 12 at the Collinsville 38. You decide to go for it. I really didn't agree with the play call at the time, but obviously I'm not in the position you're in. So
you mean I think you say it again? It was 4th and 12.
4th and 12 at the Collinsville 38 with 6.5 to go in the first.
Oh yeah. I mean, again, we were trying to be aggressive.
Yeah.
We thought we had a play call that we liked, and thought it could be successful. And I talk to the guys all the time about just trusting in the process and believing in what we're doing. And we went out and were able to execute.
So it did end up working because we converted. You get a touchdown a few plays later. You take a 7-0 lead. And then a few drives later, Collinsville was able to tie it on a 60-yard bomb, 7-7. And then next drive after that, you guys end up fumbling in Collinsville territory. That's a big mistake, especially in enemy territory.
Yeah, man. Any time you turn the ball over, it can be crucial, And so that's one of the things that we got to clean up are those turnovers. We turn the ball over way too many times, fumble the ball, and especially when you have momentum going. I think we had just ran 3 or 4 plays where we had big consecutive gains, and then we bobble a snap and turn it over when we had really all the momentum going into score. So, those are one of the key mistakes that we got to fix and make up, because I think at that point, if we go ahead and punch that in, I think we really hit the ground running and really have the momentum going in our direction.
But on that defensive drive, you guys were able to back them up, force them to punt. And on the next drive, you get a 54-yard receiving touchdown, 3rd down and 13 from Adam Hendricks. How impressive is that on 3rd and long to get a touchdown like that?
So I think that was Justin Spears. Justin caught. That's okay. And it was nice for him to get his first varsity touchdown. He's actually new to the program, so to be able to score that touchdown in a third down situation, in a crucial situation. Again, that's another one of those play calls that we had kind of talked about as an offense on the sideline, saying, hey, when we get the opportunity, this play's going to be open. We just got to make sure that we execute on it. So it was, again, nice for the team, nice for the quarterback, the offensive line, and obviously Justin scoring his first touchdown was pretty cool.
So you guys take a 13-7 lead after that, and on the resulting kickoff, you get Collinsville to fumble. How big is that to get a fumble on the kickoff?
So I mean, just huge. Again, that's momentum going in that direction. Everything seemed at that point, everything was going right for us. You know, we were able to get the turnover. Unfortunately, we didn't convert then once we got that turnover. So those are the kind of plays and those are the kind of things that we talk about, is making sure that we capitalize on our opportunities.
So it's 13-10 in the second half with 7:05 to go, and you get another interception. And I believe in Mike County had 2 fumble recoveries in the whole game and 2 interceptions. How big is it to get turnovers like that from your defense? Especially
in week 1, right? When everybody's still kind of figuring things out, those turnovers, I think, end up being the difference in the ball game. You know, we had a few fumbles that we turned over, but our defense, again, was able to help us by creating some turnovers and some takeaways from Collinsville. So those 2 interceptions. Jaden Coleman came up with the big interception, and then Xavier Martin kind of intercepted the ball to end the game. Really were the things that put the nail in the coffin and helped us secure the win.
With 1:15 left in the third quarter, it's still, I believe it's 13-12. Moisey Trimble gets a 70-yard touchdown for the game-winning score. How big is that?
It was huge. I mean, Trimble is one of our leaders coming back from last year. He was our leading rusher last year. You know, and that's one of those, again, runs that we talked about on the sideline, you know, making sure that everybody understood what their assignment was, everybody believed in the play. The big boys up front on the offensive line, I mean, they created, you know, holes, rushing lanes all day for them. And, you know, Trimble was able to take that one to the house. So it was great to see. You know, you always get excited. You're more excited for the kids. And for him to have that big run and really help us win the ball game, it was pretty neat.
So, on to the fourth quarter, 2012 game, Collinsville's driving, they got you backed up in your end zone. It's 4th down and 2 at the 2, and you're able to get that goal line stand that pretty much wins the game. I mean, how big is that for the defense to show up there in that spot?
Yeah, I mean, great teams have great defenses, and it was an opportunity for our defense to kind of show what they were made of. You know, Coach Zergel, our defensive coordinator, you know, works with those guys, kind of putting those guys in the proper situation, but you know, honestly, on a 4th down at the end of the game, it's you know, it's not about the coaches. It's what we're going to do, what the kids are going to do. And, you know, even after we made a mistake or two and gave those guys a 1st down, you know, the kids buckled up and made sure that they came through. And, you know, all credit to our guys. We're able to stop them on the goal line there.
I know it's really hard to pick a player of the game with that type of game. Everyone shows up, everyone contributes. But one of the guys I feel like had a big impact on defense was Jaden Howard. He had over 10 tackles and one of the biggest forces on defense. How would you agree with that?
Yeah, Jaden's one of our senior captains, one of our leaders. We know on the defensive side of the ball, at least, that he's going to show up. He's going to be ready to play. And so when he plays well, it definitely helps us. So, you know, like you just said, it's tough to say that there was just one guy. Jaden obviously played awesome, but Jaden Coleman, you know, played well as well. You know, with the big interception, he had about 8 tackles on the day. So, you know, I told him, I said, hey, anytime the defense gave up 10 points, anytime the defense gives up 10 points, we give it to the whole defense. They all did it, and they all did a great job.
So you guys start off the year 1-0, and you're playing a familiar foe, Pekin, from last year. What do you know about them already?
You know, Pekin is a really good ball club. They are a perennial playoff team. You know, their coach does a good job. He's got a good program up there. They have a couple of really good running backs. Their quarterback returns from last year, and they're pretty disciplined up front. So, you know, they got a all-state kid. You know, that we're gonna have to do our best to corral and keep them in front of us. You know, and so it should be an exciting game this weekend.
With it being a new season, you guys get to play in front of the home crowd again. How does it feel to play in front of them, especially with the crowd that turned down the blue and white scrimmage 2 weeks ago?
Yeah, I mean, it's exciting to start the year off. You know, we get to play at home. You know, I say our fans. We had a good crowd over at Collinsville, but our fans haven't really, you know, got to see us on a Friday night yet. So coming off of, you know, I mean, we're just still fresh out of COVID. You know, the brand new school year starting. It's going to be pretty exciting. It should be a great atmosphere, and we're definitely excited.
So, in an interview, let's go in and talk about one thing you did, the team did well Friday night, and one thing you guys need to improve on going into this Friday.
Yeah, I think, you know, in terms of something that we did well on the offensive side of the ball, we were able to run the football. And anytime you can control the line of scrimmage and run the football, you're going to have a chance to win the game. So I was really happy with that. On the defensive side of the ball, again, we were able to create those takeaways. Again, we got to figure out ways to get the ball back to the offense, and we were able to do a good job of that. So those are two things that I think we really did well. Two things that I think we need to improve on the offensive side of the ball, we can't turn it over. Those three, two fumbles, that interception, those are costly mistakes that we made. We got to be able to capitalize and can't give the ball to the other team. On the defensive side of the ball, we got to take away the big play. There were a couple of big pass plays that they had really in crucial situations. They got a third and 19 early in the first half that they capitalized on. I think if we stop them there, force them to punt, again, we had all the momentum going. And then they had that big 60-yard touchdown, which we were in position and we just didn't make the play. So we got to be able to stop those big plays. We played great defense for about 70 snaps, and then there has about 4 snaps where we don't play so hot. So I think if we can fix those couple of mistakes, we'll be okay.
Well, that's episode 1 of Lancer Conversation. Thank you, Mike Harrison, for taking time to join me today.
Thank you, man. Appreciate it.
Where'd you get those from?
These? Yeah. I got these right from the Daily Grind, right here in the library.
Daily Grind, opening September 15th, 8 to 10 a.m.
Welcome into the Belleville East Broadcast Network. And tonight, it's the Pekin Dragons and the Belleville East Lancers. I'm Steven Stockton Nicole. We'll get into this in a second. Here's tonight's starters for the Lancers.
Tonight's starters are presented by the Daily Grind. Starting on offense, quarterback Darion Millender, Jr. Running back Marquivas Curton, Sr. Running back Boise Trimble, Sr. Wide receiver Armin Vincent, Jr. Wide receiver Jordan Pickett, Sr. Wide receiver Khalil Waller, Jr. Left tackle Egon Thomas, Jr. Left guard Jonathan Rulo, freshman. Center Kennedy Geddes, senior. Right guard Carl Crosby, sophomore. Right tackle Raymond Jones, junior. Now time for the defense. Started defensive end Anthony Cunningham, senior. Defensive tackle Jonathan Rulo, freshman. Defensive end O.J. Mosley, senior. Linebacker Rico Lee, senior. Linebacker Jaden Coleman, senior. Linebacker Jaden Howard, senior. Linebacker Simeon Mitchell, junior. At the cornerback position, Sony McGill, senior. DeAndre Clark, senior. At the safeties positions, Tavion Mobley Jackson, junior. Xavier Martin, junior. Now time for the special teams. Kicker, Rico Lee, senior. Punter, Keithan Jones, sophomore. Returner, Khalil Waller, junior. Long snapper, Noah Peters, sophomore.
These? Yeah. I got these right from the Daily Grind, right here in the library.
Daily Grind, opening September 15th, 8 to 10 a.m.
Welcome back here to the Belleville East Broadcast. Those are your starters. I'm Steven Stocker, to call my partner Joey Van Zumrin. Okay, there we go. Welcome into the broadcast. We have the Pekin Dragons taking on the Belleville East Lancers tonight in a big game for this Belleville East Lancers. Both sides coming in 1-0. And Joey, let's talk about week 1. What's the biggest thing that you liked out of this Belleville East Lancers team?
Man, they had so many explosive plays against Collinsville last week. Mosley Trimble broke off, 3 or 4 just massive runs. So I think this is going to be a really interesting matchup tonight. The Pekin Dragons have a handful of great running backs as well, so I think it might be an offensive shootout as long as the Lancer defense can keep pace with this explosive Pekin offense.
Boise Trimble was our player to bank on during the pregame show, hoping he can have a big game. Let's go over to the Pekin Dragons, who Joey and I were just talking about here a few minutes ago. This team is loaded on the offensive side. The QB is unbelievable. They got 2 really good running backs who had over 1,000 yards. seasons last year. Let's look at these. How do you contain these guys?
I mean, there's really no way. I think the best thing that Belleville East can hope to do, at least, is to have their offense continue to have the explosive plays they did last week to hopefully put the Dragons in a situation where they have to rely on the passing game more often. And as long as the Lancers can keep pace with the Dragons for the first 3 quarters, if the fourth quarter comes and the Lancers are at least in a possession range of the Dragons, they can hopefully hope that the Dragons won't be able to use their running backs as much due to time.
All right, let's get to the game. Kickoff is underway. We're underway. Belleville East is from our left to right. They will be kicking it off. So that means second half kickoff, or they will receive second half kickoff, which I always like. Ball's kicked off, teed at the 40-yard line. We're underway. Kick is up, and it is going to be out to the 20, picked up at the 18-yard line, out to the 30-yard line, and to the 35, out to the 40, out to the 50. Sheds off a tackler at the 45, into the 40, 35-30. One man to beat at the 20, 15-10, 5 to the house. Touchdown on a kickoff return. 82 yards to house for the Pekin Dragons, and it's 6-0 early.
That's not a great start, to say the least.
Not how you want to start off at all. 82 yards to the house just about. Pekin 6-0 right away.
Man, I thought they were going to be at least able to stop them right before the 50, but they missed a few tackles there, and not a great start.
Welcome, but anyone's new, welcome into the Belleville East Broadcast Network. Here we're just underway. Pekin, well, not a good start. 13 seconds in, you got a 6-0 ball game.
Well, scoreboard operators get some practice in early. They can make sure they're sharpened up.
That is good on the extra point. 7-0 Pekin Dragons early. 13 seconds in. Not a good start for your first home game of the year.
Yeah, hopefully the Lancers offense comes out strong, though, and is not too deterred confidence-wise from that bad start.
East going left to right. They will be receiving kickoff now.
Let's just do the same thing. Let's give it back to them.
Let's get one right back at them. We'll see here. One of the big guys I want to see tonight is Moisey Trimble excel. We just talked about it a few moments ago. Give him the ball. He averaged over 13 yards per carry last week. And I feel like he has to be able to run the ball efficiently and well for the Lancers to be able to stay in this ball game.
Yes.
Back to return will be Khalil Waller, number 15, a junior. He is back at the 10-yard line. Pekin getting ready to tee it off. Second. There's 90 people watching. All right, here we go. Welcome into the 90 people watching. And here's the kick, a little squibber at the 45.
Right.
Picked up at the 38 and backwards to the 35. That's where East will start off. Not bad field position. You're almost about midfield.
Yep. I got a little nervous there that it was going to bounce right over his shoulder, but nice job containing it in.
We saw that with the Collinsville game where a little bit of the same situation happened where you muffle the kick on that and East is able to pick the football up and get some good field position. But luckily the Lancers are able to keep possession. And so the Lancers start off at their own 35. The QB is Darion Milder, who had 1 touchdown and 1 pick a week ago. And here we go. So it'll be 1 to the left, 2 to the right. Wide receivers started-wise, Vincent, Pickett, and Waller. Millender at shotgun, 1 to the left. Now motion. Yep. How he gets under center. Running back in the backfield.
Oh.
And jumped him off. Yep, jumped him off.
All right. Nice start.
5-yard penalty coming up. We'll see what the referees want to give it. Should be offsides, though, on the Pekin Dragons.
I thought Millender looked really good last week against Collinsville. Looked really poised in the pocket, and hopefully we see some more of the same tonight.
He only had 1 interception. That interception, it was not the best throw. Obviously, you want to forget that, but not bad at all. And led his team to victory. So now 1st and 5 at the 41-yard line, 42 actually. It will be 2 to the right, or 1 to the right, 1 to the left. Tight end wing set, now motion again to the left side. 2 tight ends in motion. Millender under the center, takes the snap, pitches back left side. Handoff at the 40-yard line, gets to the 43 where he's brought down by a Pekin Dragon defender. And that was Marcavius Curtin, who had 13 rushing yards last week, and it's 2nd down and 4.
Not a bad first down gain.
It'll be 2nd and 4 with Pekin leading 7-0 early. 13 seconds in. We apologize if there's any audio issues. We'll be looking at that once we can get a timeout, but it should be good as we're calling it from the bleachers. As it's 2 to the left, 1 to the right. That wide receiver's in motion right to left. It's going to be a jet sweep. He fakes it, now runs it on the jet sweep out to the 46. He will be close to the first down, but I believe they're going to mark him a yard short. As it should be 3rd down and short. They may give it to him, but they're going to say 3rd. 3rd and 2 at the 45. Got to be able to pick this up here.
Yep, very manageable, but don't want to give the ball right back to Pekin.
Do you see this as 4-down territory this early in the game?
Yeah, I mean, or this early in the game, but in this situation they're in right now, I don't think it would be bad to just keep the offense out there.
Yep. Defense hasn't seen a snap yet as the kickoff return went to the house for the Pekin Dragons. They took it early, 7-0 lead, 13 seconds in. We got a lot of wide receivers in motion. It's 1 to the left, 2 to the right, 2 in the backfield. Millender under center, 3rd and 2. Going to take the snap, going to hand it off up the middle, and he's stuffed. And he's going to lose about a yard. 4th down, could not get back to the line of scrimmage.
Looked like he had a good push forward there, but they're still going to mark him short.
It'll be 4th down and short. We'll see if Coach Harrison wants to keep the offense on the field. He will not. They're going to punt on 4th down and 3 at the 44.
Right. Hopefully this punt fares better than for the special teams than the opening kickoff. Got to say, for the first home game of the year, we're in the bleachers, like Steven said, not on the press box. I mean, I think there is a certain aspect of it, though. We're fully immersed in the atmosphere here. Great time out here.
It is a great atmosphere as that punt is going to be down to about the 38 of Pekin. This place is packed. A lot of Lancer fans here showing.
Yep.
And the Pekin sideline, you look over there, I mean, they're pretty packed too. They came out to show out their team, and I know they're about 2.5 hours, maybe even more away. So it's like, good to see both sides are coming out to support their high school here on a Friday night.
Absolutely.
And it feels good to be under the lights tonight. This is a great atmosphere, like you were saying. You love it. You got to love it here. So 1st and 10, Pekin, and their QB is Scott Jordan. They're going to hand it off to the right side. That's Tyler out to the 45. Shed a tackler, but he's going to be brought down close to the 49. They may give him the first down. If not, it'll be inches short. They're going to give him the first as they give him the 50-yard line. And how about this guy's going to be tough to stop? Kanye Tyler, number 2, the senior.
It looked like he had a hole there, so I'm just glad he didn't break that one off for a big gain.
Pekin with 2 to the right, 1 to the left. Running back to the left side of the QB, that is Scott Jordan, the quarterback, a senior. Wide receiver motion right to left. Jet sweep, they fake it. Handoff up the middle inside the 45. He's brought down to 43. A gain of about 7. It'll be 2nd down and short.
Right. With Kanye Tyler, I think it's necessary to reference a lesson, a mantra that Keith Padgett taught me in U.S. history last year. With the Red Scare and communism, you can't fully stop it, but you got to contain them. And I think that has to be the Lancers' attitude with Kanye Tyler tonight.
Shout out to Mr. Padgett, Keith Padgett, our history teacher. That's a run up the middle. He's inside the 40. He's got a first down. He's still up on the play, but now he's brought down at the 38. I believe that is Tyler again. I believe that's number 2. Oh, that was number 8, which is Tanner Schrepper, who was another running back who had a 1,000-yard season last year. So he gets the first at the 37 on a 6-yard gain just about. And the Pekin at the 37. 2 to the right, 1 to the left. 2 guys in the backfield, the QB. Takes the snap, going to hand it off. Up the middle, inside the 36. Brought down at the 35. It'll be 2nd down and 8. That's a good play there.
Yeah, good stop.
Stopped him quickly. That was Schrepper again. And that is, if you guys can hear, that is Mr. Padgett there on the PA, my current U.S. history teacher. And if you're somehow listening to this, Mr. Padgett, shout out to you. You're the best. I do enjoy your class. 2nd and 8, 2 to the right, 1 to the left, 2 in the backfield, the quarterback. Wide receiver motion right to left. It's going to be a jet sweep. He gets at the 38. Chukwu brought down. That's a great play by the Lancer defense. They let him gain nowhere. He may have lost a yard in the play, and it'll be 3rd down and 9.
Yes, a great tackle there by Xavier Martin. the junior.
Great play. Third down and 9. Third and 8.
This would be a great opportunity to get a stop, give the ball back to the offense, and give them the opportunity to tie this game up.
We'll see if Pekin, if their kicker wants to test it, if they can stop him here. Third and 8, 3 to the right, and a flag throw. Well, maybe a false start. That'll be nice. Back him up 5, hopefully. Let's listen in and see what the ref wants to say.
And they're marching that one back, so it is going to be a false start on Pekin.
That's our first penalty for, or second penalty for Pekin tonight. It was an offsides and then a false start just now. So third down and 13. Back them up 5 at the 40. 3 to the right, 1 to the left. Big play for the Lancer defense. Takes the snap, gonna look to throw. And it falls loose. Picked up by a Pekin Dragon, but it's a loss to 2 and a 4th down. The Lancer defense comes up big on third.
Wow, that's phenomenal. Great 2 plays there by the Lancers, forcing the strip sack there, obviously. And then now, because of that false start penalty, it's going to be even more difficult. Well, it would have been more difficult for Pekin to make that field goal.
Yep,
so
the punting crew is going to be out. He's backed up at about the 43, and it's Khalil Waller. He's standing at his own 12-yard line with 6 minutes to go in the first. We're halfway through in the first quarter. The Dragons leading 7-0 on the Belleville East Lancers. Here comes the punt. Ball is up, and Waller at about the 13 backtracks to the 11. That's going to be inside the 5. Going to get in the end zone. And it will be, there should be a touchback as it was picked up in the end zone. And let's see what, and yep, they're going to put him at the 20, 25. So first and 10.
Much better than the 1-yard line.
Much better. I'm glad they gave him the 25 and a touchback instead of the 1. I don't want to see some QB sneaks like the Giants did this past season. I don't think the Lancers would call that, but okay, so 20-yard line, apology, it said 25 on the score, but I originally thought 20, and originally was correct. So here comes the Lancers offense, a 3 and out on the first drive after the first play was an offside of the Pekin Dragons, but unable to convert anything. We'll see what they can do here down 7. It's going to be 1 to the left, 2 to the right, running back in the backfield with Millender in the shotgun. Backed up at the 20-yard line. Here comes the snap. Millender going to look to throw. Sits in the pocket, scribbles on right side. Pressure, escapes it at the 23. He's down at the 24, and he gained about 3 or 4 yards for Darion Millender, the quarterback.
Okay, not bad. Scanning all his options, seeing what's out there, and decided it was best, especially with the pressure that was on him. He just decided to get what you can on the run.
That's a 3-yard QB. We have not seen a single pass attempt yet on this drive or in this game for the Lancers. 2nd and 7. 2 to the right, 2 to the left for the Belleville East Lancers. Put him at the 24-yard line. Millender again in shotgun, running back to the right of him. Trying to draw him off sides. And he says, okay, let's change the play. Trying to get audible. 5 minutes to go in the first. 2nd and 7, takes the snap. Millender going to look to throw, sits in the pocket, fires the deep left side at the 50-yard line, and that ball's intercepted. Just a little bit underthrown on the throw by Millender, intercepted by the Pekin Dragons. They'll take over at about the 42-yard line of their own.
Yeah, if he could have zipped it in there just a little bit more, I think he would have had his receiver for a touchdown there.
First pass attempt for Millender's interception. We're going to take a short 30-second break. We'll be right back after this on the Belleville East broadcast. Welcome back on the Belleville East Broadcast Network. We're looking at 4:54 to go in the first quarter. Not a good start for the Belleville East Lancers at all. They'll be 1st and 10. Pekin, they're going to fake the handoff, a little RPO play out to the 40 on the pass, out across the 45, shut off a tackle at the 42, brought down at the 45. They gave it about 2 in the play, 2nd and 8. Jaden Howard, the guy I spotlighted in the interview with Coach Harris earlier this week. He had 10 tackles last week. We'll see how he does this week. He's got to step up on defense. It's going to be 3 to the left, 1 to the right for the Pekin Dragons. Takes the snap, going to hand it off up the middle. Sheds the tackler at the 45, out across about the 50. He's going to be about 3 yards short of a first down, and it's 3rd and short for the Pekin Dragons.
Well, I don't want to speak too early here, but the Lancer defense so far has done a really good job at containing these 2-star running backs, and I had a really crowded box there on defense on 2nd down, and we'll see what they do on 3rd and short.
Pekin has 1 first down on a run by Kanye Tyler. I know I'm going to accidentally call him Kanye West, but here we go. 2 to the left, 2 to the right, hands off, up the middle, going to the right side, out across the 50, inside the 45, inside the 40, stiff arm at the 35, inside the 30, pushed out of bounds at the 28, a big 22-yard run. First down.
All right, big gain there, but a really good job by the Lancer defense. Crowd him and make sure he gets out to the sideline.
We believe that was Tanner Sprecher, who with that 22-yard run is up to 30 yards on 3 carries on the night. We'll see if they contain him, and Tyler has 18 on 2. 1st and 10 at the Lancer 29. Hands off. He's going to throw it right side. Great tackle
incredible.
there. Tackle him in the backfield, a loss of 5. A big play by number 6. That is
DeAndre Clark.
Big play by the senior. 2nd down at 15 for the Pekin Dragons.
Clark woke up angry today. That was a phenomenal tackle. One, get in the backfield that quick and disrupting that, but also just taking his legs out from under him. Phenomenal.
Big tackle there. It will be 3 to the right, 1 to the left for the Pekin Dragons on 2nd down at 14 after the tackle in the backfield. Tackle for loss for the Belleville Lancers. Shotgun, taking the snap. Jordan.
Heavy pressure.
Halfback slip screen, right side, out across the 30, inside the 25, inside the 20, inside the 15. Trucks a man, at the 12. I was trying to figure out terminology. He's got a first down, and Pekin is in the red zone for the first time tonight. That is a 21-yard screen pass to Sprecher again. It'll be tough stopping him tonight. And so far, total yardage for him, that is 51.
Ooh.
Running and receiving. We're 8 minutes through. Handoff up the middle, inside the 10.
Oh, wow.
They push it back. And that was Tyler. Kanye Tyler, I don't think he gained anything. He did not. 2nd down and 10. I mean, how about that? He had 11 yards first carry, 7 yards second carry, 0 yards third carry. 2nd down and 10.
Hopefully the Lancers can keep him far away from the end zone on 2nd down, at the very least, to allow to make sure that Pekin can't run on 3rd and goal.
Bend don't break, and there's a flag. I think he's jumped off sides. Well, let's see what the call is from the refs, but I do believe he jumped off sides. And he did. 2nd and 5, move him inside the 10. That's the first Belleville East penalty of the night.
It's unfortunate.
First, 2nd and 5 at the 7.
Make sure they got one corner out wide and then a crowded box as well to cover the run. It's going to be
Here
a throw. They're going for the fade.
1-on-1 set catch made it. Got in the back left pylon. Touchdown, Pekin. That's number 7. Houston Robertson, the 3rd on the pass from Scott Jordan. And the Pekin Dragons have a 13-0 lead with 2:11 to go in the first.
And DeAndre Clark looked like he fell down there just a little bit, and on fades, 1 second of openness is too much.
That's a touchdown from Jordan, and so Pekin's touchdowns have came on the special teams and the passing. Extra point, it's up, and it is good. It is 14-0 Pekin Dragons with 2:11 to go in the first. We're going to take a short break on the Belleville East Broadcast Network. We'll be right back with the Pekin leading. back to the Belleville East Broadcast Network. It's 14-0 with the Pekin Dragons off to an early lead. 2:11 to go in the first quarter. We're under the lights on a beautiful Friday night here on the east side of Belleville. Here comes the kick, and this is going to be inside the 40. Fair catch called for at the 36. Smart decision.
All right. Once again, big opportunity for the Lancer offense here to not put their defense in the situation where they have to stop the Dragons from taking a 3-possession lead.
You at least got to be able to score here. I don't care if it's a field goal. You got to get something started here late in the first, and you got some solid field position. The Lancers have went 3 and out on both drives tonight. See if they can figure it out as it's Millender again in the shotgun. Will be 2 to the right, and a tight end and wing set to the left. QB in a shotgun, 1 to the right. Wide receiver motion right to the left side. He gets to the left hash. It's going to be a snap handoff up the middle inside the 38. It'll be about a gain of 2, 2nd and 8.
They obviously haven't been able to generate too much yet, but this does look like a much more refined and a much more diverse version of the Lancers offense than we did see last week against Collinsville. A lot of motion that we're seeing, so I'll be interested to see how they fare tonight.
That was a curtain 1-yard run. 2nd and 9, they gave him the 37. I thought they would give him the 38. Let's say 37. It's going to be 2 to the left. 3 to the left, 1 to the right. They're in a bunch set to the left side. QB is the only one in the backfield. Wide receiver motion right to left. Jet sweep. They're going to hand off to him at the 34. Juke move, and he can't get to the line of scrimmage. It's going to be 3rd down and long. Lost it 2.
Not ideal.
That is number 16, which is Xavier Moody. The sophomore in the play there. They lost it 2. 3rd down. And I apologize. I did say 2 3 and outs. I meant a 3 and out and a turnover on an interception, as Millender has only had 1 pass attempt, and it's been for an interception. It'll be 3rd down and 11.
Let's see what they've got drawn up for 3rd down and 11. Maybe get another explosive play. They really had something on that play that turned into an interception. He had the open receiver but couldn't connect. 3
to the right, 1 to the left. Millender in shotgun takes a snap over the middle. That pass is tipped and almost picked into the hands of the Pekin defender, but hits the ground. It's going to be 4th and long, and here comes the Lancers punting team down 14-0 with 35 seconds to go in the first quarter.
Once again, he had the open receiver, but just a second too late in the delivery.
It'll be 1st down and 10. Oh, they're going to keep the offense on the field. Never mind. This is a gutsy play call. Very gutsy with a bunch set to the left. There's 3 to the left, 1 to the right, 2 running backs. Punting. Okay, I thought it was a QB.
They just got a creative punt formation here.
Yeah, I thought it was a as that punt's going to be down at about the 38. I thought it was a play. I thought that's.
If you didn't look at the backfield, it did.
No, yeah, and I started looking at the backfield. I'm like, oh, there's the punter. A little. Not the brightest moment of me, but there we go. So Lancer punt goes to the 39 to Pekin. That's a little start off on 1st and 10. A 14-0 lead for this Dragon team, and see if they can add on here again.
Man, I'd love Coach Harrison to just go balls to the wall at some point tonight and throw out a fake punt.
I remember it was 4th and 1 against Collinsville about their own. I think it was at their own 40 or at Collinsville 40. I thought it was going to be a fake punt as he literally went for it. All right, we should be back here on the Belleville East Broadcast Network. Our internet just went out for a second, but we should be back, I would hope. Pekin has a 4th down. It is 4th down and 15, and they're in punt formation. As hopefully we're going to be back here in a moment. Joey, my partner, is pulling this up. Make sure it is up, and click on the channel, and then go to videos and past live streams. They should be there. Hopefully we get our viewers back that were tuning in to the past one. There. As we're waiting. Yep, and there we go. We should be back. And we are back. Okay, we apologize for the internet issue. We are out here in the bleachers, so. And a false start here against Pekin. That's their, I believe, their 3rd penalty of the night. I'll look at that here on my stats. And indeed, it is. There's third penalty.
Nothing,
4th and 20.
Nothing too notable from that Pekin drive. Great plays by the Lancer defense. Pekin did have a pass that would have gone for a long gain, but receiver dropped it.
They did get a first down. That punt's going to be at the 41. Lancers call a fair catch. Good field position. That's the best they've started out here tonight. Let's see if it can lead to a first down. They have been unable to successfully convert any downs or drives, so we'll see if they can pick it up for first down here. But as we had that issue, we didn't miss much. Pekin punted, and we should be back. We can apologize for that, but hopefully we're good to go here. It is first down and 10 at the 41 for the Belleville East Lancers. It's going to be one to the left, one to the right, running back in the backfield. And tight end motion right to left. QB under center, pitches back right side. It's going to be a handoff and brought down before the line of scrimmage. That's going to be a loss of 2 or 3. And I believe that was, Hooper that said that made the tackle for the Pekin Dragons, or Hoover, I want to say it was Hoover. Alex, right, number 34, Bradley Hoover on the stop, and it's going to be a loss of 2 for the Lancers, second out and 12.
Blockers didn't help out their back too much there on that pitch play.
It'll be second and 12. It's going to be one to the right, one to the left, and a bunch of guys up the line of scrimmage with the running back in the backfield. QB under center. 2 guys in motion, right to the left side. Going to take the snap, going to look to throw. Millender scribbles right side, wide open receiver,
outside.
caught at the 44. There's the juke move and a nice play. He gets about the 47, and he's going to be about 4 yards short on third down. It'll be 3rd and 4.
Good job by Millender getting the ball over that defender that was in his face.
1 for 2 on the passing game for Millender. And I believe that went to Khalil Waller, I want to say that was. It looked like 15. 3rd and 6, the 46. Third and 6.
Good chance here. Don't have to go for anything too crazy, too deep.
Yep.
Just keep the chains moving here.
3rd and 6. 3rd and 5, they say now. Taking the snap, Millender throws it right side. First down for the Lancers. Juke move. Let's hope he got it. I think he got it. He needed the 49. He got to about the 48, and they're going to say a first down for the Lancers. That's their first down of the night.
Yeah, I think our perspective was messing up our angle a little bit there, but I'm sure you want to get that first down before you look to gain any other yardage. Just run forward for that first down run.
That was the first down for the Lancers. The offense finally be able to gain some yards. Let's see if they can keep it up. It's going to be 1st and 10. They're in Pekin territory at the 48, so he got 1 more yard than he needed. 1 to the left, QB under center. 1 to the right. Pitch it back right side. Handoff gets to the 50. And he cuts it right side to the 45, to the 40. He's got a first down to the 35. I lost sight of him as he switched it back over the middle to the right side. That's going to be close to the first down, about a 10-yard gain. Moisey Trimble on a 10-yard run.
Incredible run by Trimble there. The blocking once again couldn't contain the Pekin defense, but he just ran to the other side in the open area.
Cut it left, went to the left, cut it right, 11-yard run for Trimble. And a Lancer first down, 2 plays, 2 first downs. Here we go.
Lancers are in a really good situation still, only down by 14. If they can get some points on the board here, that would be great.
Get a touchdown, and you do receive second half kickoff as well. I know it's still 9 minutes to the half, but that's going to be big if the Lancers want to get back in this ball game. 1st and 10, handoff up the middle. Shed the tackler, Chuku with a 36, inside the 35, inside the 30, inside the 25, inside the red zone, inside the 15, inside the 10, inside the 5. House call! Wow. House call! Touchdown, Moisey Trimble! On a 37-yard run, Moisey Trimble to the house.
I thought he was going to get stopped right at the line there.
So that's Markevis Curtin. Curtin on a touchdown run.
Man, broke quite a few tackles there. Had to get into some open space.
37 yards.
37. Wow.
And the Lancers have made it a 1-possession ball game.
There is a flag on the field.
Uh-oh.
Holding on the offense.
That's got to hurt. That hurts. Oh.
That's the way to spoil the mood.
Oh, that hurts. That hurts. That really hurts. So the 37-yard touchdown run by Markevius Curtin is erased. And now, instead of that, it's a loss at 8.
Ooh.
That could really set some momentum both ways on those plays.
Yeah.
First at 18, now at the 45, 8:58 to go. Millender shotgun, and it takes the snap, throws to the right side, no one there. Incomplete, 2nd and 10. Intended receiver was Des Clark, the junior.
And that's really going to be on everybody's mind for the rest of the game if the Lancers don't come away with another touchdown here.
It'll be 2nd down and long. Second at 18, 8:54 to go. Second down. And 18 for the Lancers after an incompletion. Here comes the snap. Millender, not the best stop. He's able to get it. Runs it. In the 45, juke move brought down to 43, a gain of about 2. 3rd down and 16. Millender a 2-yard carry.
I don't know if that was a planned run or not, but did not go anywhere. And depending on how the Lancers feel about their kicker's strength, maybe could at least get in field goal range here, if not the 1st down.
Lancers did miss an extra point last week at Collinsville. They had 3 touchdowns, 2 for 3 on the extra points. They won 20-12 to start off the season 1-0, but Pekin had a 56-20 win at Rock Island to start off their season 1-0. 3 to the right, 1 to the left, a big 3rd down play. Millender takes the snap in the shotgun. Gonna look to throw right side, wide open receiver inside the 30, caught at the 28. I think he's gonna be close, but Joey's saying short.
Gonna be about 2 yards short. Once again, depending on how they feel about their kicker, maybe they want to go for it here instead.
They're at the 28. They're saying
No,
4th
they're
down,
staying out there.
4th and 1. That was number 8 on the catch, which is Jordan Pickett, the 2-sport athlete.
Quarterback Millender is staying out there, so it looks like Lancers are going to try to gain this 1 yard.
You got to get it.
Yep, hopefully something better drawn up than the run that got stuffed on their earlier 4th down attempt.
4th and 1 for the Belleville Lancers at the 28, 8:07 to play. Here we go. 4th and 1. Millender in the shotgun, 2 right and a timeout by the referee. Let's see what we got.
Lancers calling a timeout here.
Trying to
regroup.
This is a big play call here, too.
Yeah,
big
certainly.
Big play call. Let's take a 15-second break. Let's hear a message from the Daily Grind as they have their grand reopening on September.
Where'd you get those from? These? Yeah. I got these right from the Daily Grind, right here in the library.
Daily Grind, opening September 15th, 8 to 10 a.m.
4th and 1. Welcome back on the Belleville Broadcast Network. It is 4th and 1. The Lancers are at the Pekin 28-yard line. They're going to try and pick this up. This is the farthest they've went, and they need to pick this up, convert.
Yep, it's been a great offensive drive so far, despite the Curtin touchdown getting called back by a holding call.
It was 2 third downs, 3rd and 18 the last play, and they've been able to get this close. 4th down and 1. It's going to be 1 to the right, 1 to the left. Running back at the backfield. Millender under center. Takes the snap, hands it off. Juke move right side, and I think he's going to be close. I don't know if he got it. I don't know if he got it with the spot they're given.
Yeah. That's going to be a turnover on downs.
That spot, Coach Harrison signaled 1st down, and the Pekin defense is coming off the field. Some are, at least. About half of the team. It's at 1st down. We'll see what they want to give them. The Pekin defense is on the whole side, on their sideline. The referees are talking about
they're bringing out the chains.
Here we go. They're going to measure it.
Let's hope no index cards are necessary for measuring equipment.
Well, they need a good. Hopefully, this is a good spot. They need a good spot here. if they want to pick this up. Here we go. Oh, I don't know about this. I don't know about this. Short.
The roll that, yeah. Thought he had some room outside, but just couldn't cut it in time.
I didn't like the spot they give him, and he's short. Was Moisey Trimble on the run. Gain of 0 and a turnover on downs for the Belleville East Lancers with 8:02 to go. And, man, if they can – I mean, we had the 37-yard touchdown run that got called back. And if you can pick that up, you got some big momentum and go your way. But them not being able to pick it up gives Pekin another chance to capitalize and get some momentum going their way.
Yep, the Lancers defense has had to be on their toes all game now, trying to keep this 14-point lead, only 14 points. And this big, once again, you know, if they can give the ball back to the offense here, hopefully have them score before halftime so that they can take advantage of receiving the opening kickoff in the second half here. As the quarterback takes it, tosses it to the running back.
He's out across the 30 and about the 35, about a 7-yard gain. I believe that was Kanye Tyler on the play. Well, and it was a 7-yard run. He's got about 25 yards to my count rushing the ball on 4 carries. Around there, at least 25 yards. May have missed a run on that last drive as we had to reconnect the internet, but 2nd and 3, Pekin at the ball at about the 34. 7.5 to go in the half. 2 to the left, wide receiver in motion left to right. Going to hand off up the middle, first down. He got a lot of room, and he tripped at the 44. Lancers got lucky there.
Oh, yeah, Elements helped them out there. The defensive line kind of just all collapsed inside a wide open hole for running back there.
Tyler, the ball carrier. That was a first down. They got about 10 on the carry, and I want to say now that's up to, what was that, about 35 yards running for Kanye Tyler, and then Sperringer has a lot more than that. 1st and 10. It's going to be a QB run. He want to fake the pitch. He runs it up the middle. He's got about midfield, and he's brought down at midfield, about a gain of 6. It'll be 2nd down and medium. This QB, I mean, this Pekin offense, Lancers have been able to really contain them a bit. They've only allowed 1 touchdown on the defensive side. And this Pekin offense, they scored 56 points. That is 8 touchdowns a week ago. So East has been able to stop them up a little bit up to this point. It's 2nd and 4 at midfield. 2 to the left, 2 to the right. Throw up the middle, wide open receiver inside the 35. I believe he held on. And he did for a Pekin first down, a gain of 19 on the play. It's a 1st down and 10 for the Pekin Dragons.
Safety was a little bit late to him there, but if he had just printed over there in time to close the distance a little bit, looked like he could have got his hands on that low pass.
That was a 19-yard reception on the play, and Pekin at the Belleville East 31-yard line for the 3rd time tonight in Belleville East territory. Lancers have picked up 2 first downs, Pekin a lot more. 1st and 10, 2 to the right, 1 to the left. It's going to be a handoff right side at the 35. He's going to push forward about the 32. Inside the 30, about the 27. I got my arm marker wrong. That's going to be a gain of 4, 2nd and 6. Tyler again, gain of 3. Up to my count, he's had more carries than Sperringer, but Sperringer still with more yards. I mean, said this earlier, these 2 guys had more than 2,000 yards combined last year. You're playing 10 football games, including the playoffs. I mean, that's 200 yards combined for both of them a game. I mean, that's insane. They had over 400 yards total offense last week. There's the throw, ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. 3rd down, and with tipped, ricocheted off the hands of the Pekin receiver, and it's 3rd down for the Lancers.
Man, that gave me flashbacks of the blue and white scrimmage from here a few weeks ago when a linebacker for the Lancers took a pick.
Don't mean to interrupt. That linebacker was Carter Allison with the pick in that blue and white scrimmage. Remember that? And was hoping for one like that.
Yeah.
3rd down and 6, though. They're at the 27. It'll be about a 44-yard kick if the Lancers could stop him at this yard. 3 to the left, 1 to the right, running back to the left side. Shotgun, snap, pressure block, gets it away at the 25, inside the 20, 1st down, inside the 15, inside the 10, inside the 5, to the house. A 27-yard touchdown pass. That was, I believe, that was Tanner Sperringer on the touchdown reception, and it's 20-0 Pekin Dragons with 5 minutes to go in the 1st half.
Yep, the two-headed monster in the Pekin backfield is certainly the story of this game, and Lancers not able to stop them there. At least, hopefully, on this upcoming drive, they can get something going on offense, something nice to build off of after their last drive. Maybe build some momentum here going into the second half.
Well, if you could score a touchdown as an extra point, it's up, and it is good. It's 21-0 Pekin Dragons with 5 minutes to go. But I was saying, if you could score a touchdown here to end the half,
Yep.
you do have second half kickoff. I was talking about earlier how important it's going to be for the Lancers to get back in this game. They could score again, make it a 7-point game with Pekin the ball in the third quarter if everything can go right, and that is if everything can go right. 5 minutes left to go in the first half. We're going to take a short break. We'll be right back on the Belleville East Broadcast Network. And we're back on the Belleville East Broadcast Network. We just saw Pekin score from 27 yards out to make it a 21-0 ball game. And here comes the kick from Pekin about the 30, and that ball's going to be muffed. And let's see who's got it. Pekin jumped on it. I don't know if I like this. Hopefully it's going to be Lancer football. But I believe it is. Hopefully. Out of bounds.
Okay.
Thank goodness, because we saw that with Collinsville last week where they muffed the kick, and it led to the Lancers be able to pick it up and get good field position. They weren't able to score in that drive, but still shows, because that ball would have been at the 21-yard line of East if we just saw what Pekin could do in that last drive.
Absolutely. Yeah, glad we didn't have a Brandon Bostic moment from the 2014 NFC Championship.
Ooh.
Glad it got lucky on the sidelines there.
1st and 10. The Lancers will start for their own 26. The last drive, we saw a little momentum, a little success. Let's see if they can get it again. There'll be 3 to the right, 1 to the left for Milliner in a shotgun. He's the only one in the backfield.
Wide receivers are outnumbering the Pekin defenders.
Yep.
They're going to go with the screen.
Screen pass about the 23, out across the 25, behind the tackle play. He got to the line of scrimmage just about, and no yards gained. They'll give him 1. 2nd and 9.
Yeah, you're starting to see the effect of a little bit of slipperiness from this light rain here tonight.
2nd and 9. At the 27, 4.5 to go. And the Lancers, like I said, have only had picked up Bell to convert 2 first downs in this game. So the offense needs to get going. It did get going a little bit in the last drive. We got to be able to keep it going with about 4 minutes to play in the half. Motion right to left.
Heavy offensive line here.
Takes the pitch.
Oh, wow.
Rolls back right. Gonna run the ball. Now throws. Receiver overshot through him. That was wide open. That was number 18, I believe, which is gonna be Keaton Jones, the sophomore. Nope. Moody, sorry. So 16, Xavier Moody, the sophomore, was wide open on the play, but an overthrow by Millender, who's not been able to throw the ball well tonight. He has an interception, and it's 3rd down and 9.
Yeah, he had Moody open, obviously, his intended target, but he also had Vincent right over the middle, one that he wants to have back.
3rd and 9 for the Lancers. 3:55 to go, and if you can't convert here, Pekin will have solid field position and time to score again before the half. Takes his snap, Milliner, gonna look to throw, fires it right side, pass is caught at about the 34. He's gonna be short. I think they may give him the 35, but it doesn't matter what spot they give him, he's gonna be 2 yards short. That was Armin Vincent.
4th and 1 again.
Armin Vincent on the catch for, is that 7 yards? I want to say about 7.
Yeah.
And the Lancer offense is coming off the field. They're going to punt. I mean,
probably not the worst idea where they're at on the field.
Too much to lose.
Yep, just pin Pekin back deep here.
They'll be 4th and 1. And a punt. Punter back at the 23. And the Pekin returner at the 39. Here comes the
Low
punt.
snap. Okay.
It's up, and it is going to be caught. Fair catch called for at the 39. Pekin will start off with 3:43 to go in the first half. We'll take a short break. We'll be right back on the Belleville East broadcast. Welcome back to the Belleville East Broadcast Network. The Pekin Dragons have a 21-0 lead with 3:43 to go in the first half. They've controlled this game the whole time. It's right away on the kickoff return, 13 seconds in, and a whistle from the refs. I believe Pekin's going to call a timeout. So Lancers have 2 remaining, and yes, it was a Pekin timeout. With that timeout, let's go to take a 60-second short break. Here's a short message from the Lancer bands.
I'm excited about the growth and like just how the band has like come so far and how everything is just improving so fast and how much improvement we have made too.
I'm excited about the concept. Our show is called After Dark, so there's a lot of stuff from like midnight. We make a crescent moon, and our props are big light posts, which are very cool.
I'm excited about the competitions. We'll have 5, and when we BOA.
Tap right back in. We're back here. And here comes a snap as that's going to be run up the middle. How about to the 37? He's going to get pushed forward about the 38, 39. I believe he didn't gain any yards in the play. It'll be second down. And you can hear the Lancers bands, their halftime performance coming up. Sorry to the 43 and a 4. But you can hear the Lancer band performance coming up here at the half. About 3 minutes to go in the first half. After Dark is their theme for this 2022-2023 school year. You can hear that at the half. Coming up shortly. 2nd and 7. And QB try to draw him off sides, and he may have. Flag thrown. False start, though. There'll be a false start. Back up 5. 2nd and 12. He'll take it. That is the Pekin's 4th, I believe. 4th, and yes, 4th flag on the game. 5th, actually. They've had 2 false starts and an offsides penalty to my count, at least.
Yeah, the Lancers
seem
to be playing a much cleaner game than Pekin.
Only 1 penalty to my count for the East, and that came early on an offsides call on a touchdown drive that made it 14-0. Taking a snap, Pekin going to look to throw a quarterback at shotgun, fires it up the middle, wide open receiver, and he held on the hit. A first down for the Pekin Dragons inside the Lancer 40. Mark him at the 39. 2:49 to go. The clock stopped.
Defense line did a great job of getting pressure on the quarterback there, but just had a little too much time to dot his wide receiver up down the field.
1st and 10. This is a great play by the wide receiver for Pekin. He was able to hold on and keep possession to pick up a Pekin first down, and a big play there. That was for 18. 1st and 10. 2 to the left, 1 to the right. Pekin handoff up the middle inside the 40, and he is stopped. Gets a little forward, though, to about the 36. They're going to gain a 3. 2nd and 7.
Nice job hanging on by a few Lancers defenders there, making sure they can bring him down. This is asking for a lot, but a turnover would just be great here. Build some momentum and take away the Pekin's opportunity to score before half.
Either that or try and keep him out of field goal range.
Yep.
2nd and 7. Wide receiver motion left to right. They're going to hand it off to him. How about the 38, inside the 35, inside the 30, where he's brought down to the 31. He's going to be about 2 yards short. It's 3rd down. Let's see if the Lancers can get out of a drive. Sonny McGill, number 1 in the corner. That's the first time we've heard his name tonight. He makes the stop. They'll mark him 3 yards short at the 32.
It's a great tackle from McGill, just lifting the receiver off the ground there. Time is running off quick.
1.5 to go. I would assume if he's going to get a stop, make it 4, they'll call a timeout. Wide receiver motion right to left, 3rd and 3. They fake it, handoff, Tyler up the middle inside the 30, brought down the 24. It's a first down, a gain of 8.
They're going to get the first down, obviously, here, but like I said, clock is running.
Yep, clock is running.
1:15. Pekin certainly got to hurry things up if they want a chance at a touchdown here.
We'll see if Pekin, we know they did make 8 extra points last week, but we'll see if they can make field goals if we can get there, if the Lancers can get there. 60 seconds to go in the first half. Taking the snap, handoff left side, Tyler at the 25, inside the 20, Chooks a move at the 17, inside the 15, 5 to the house. Touchdown Pekin, but it may come back.
Yeah, flagged by the line of scrimmage, maybe a holding call here.
Back judge threw it. And they're back, I think they're backing it up. We'll see what we got. Oh, looks like probably a holding call. Holding, offense, yep. So that touchdown draw, or that touchdown play, we saw East have a 37-yard run by Curtin that came back on a holding penalty, and a 23-yard run here for that to the house by Kanye Tyler. Ended up coming back. That's a 12-yard penalty on the hold. First down at 22, and now the Pekin. We don't know how far their kicker can kick, but you got to say they're on borderline field goal range.
Yeah, pushing them back to the 35 now. 52 seconds left. If the Lancers on these next few plays can at least stop any big gains, that would be great.
First and 10, 2 to the left. Wide receiver motion left to right side. Hands it off. Tyler up the middle inside the 30. Put him at the 27. We're seeing a lot of wide receivers in motion. And a timeout call with 44.9 to go. I assume Pekin calls the timeout. And Zion Mitchell on the stop. 8-yard gain by Tyler. Second out at 14. Pekin did call the timeout.
Their second of the half, so they got 1 remaining here.
Second at 14 at 27. Coming up here at the halftime, we have the Belleville East Marching Lancers. We'll have their halftime performance coming up at the half, and we'll also have our little halftime report before they perform, and a little bit after that, we'll start talking the second half after they perform. It's going to be second out at 14 after a Pekin timeout. Lancers here just trying to hold on for dear life and maybe pull a stop out or a turnover, something to go their way. They've had nothing to go their way. The one play they did have to go their way was a 37-yard touchdown run that got called back for holding.
Yeah, last 2 drives, though, passing game has looked much better for the Lancer offense. Obviously, Trimble and Curtin have burst off some good runs. So hopefully in the second half, already a big deficit as of now, but hopefully they can start to chip away at that.
2 to the left, 2 to the right. Wide receiver in motion again. Going to throw right side. Pylon. And it's overthrown. Incomplete, third down at a receiver. He had his man beat, but it's overthrown by Jordan. Scott Jordan, the quarterback. He overthrew it a bit. Third down at 14. Out of it a touchdown if he could have got it right to him. Third down at 14 for the Pekin Dragons.
If I was Pekin's offense here, I would just try to get in better range for a field goal. Just gain what yards you can, get to your kicker's preferred hash mark.
They're at the 27. It would be about a 44-yard kick. Right now, if the Lancers could stop them on third. Snap, throw, fake throw, left side. Now throw it left side. Go to the pylon,
get up there.
And it is caught. And I believe out of bounds. Yep.
Okay.
Incomplete. Fourth
Dodged
down.
a bullet there.
Yep. Lancers get a break. And now it's up to Pekin. Will they kick a 44-yard kick, or will they keep the offense on the field or punt it?
Their quarterback, at least, is staying out there. Scott Jordan, number 10.
And they're keeping the team. They're going to – I see Tyler – and like I said, Jordan, they're staying out there and going to go for it.
All right.
14, you got to get a stop here.
Risky move here, but this could really – for Pekin, this could really be a dagger if they can score one here.
2 to the left, 1 to the right. Tyler in the backfield, right side of the QB of Jordan. He's going to take the snap, fake it. He's going to hand off. They pitch it back. Wide receiver going to throw. Fires over the left. Passes. Intercepted. And dropped. They'll take the turnover on downs. And I believe Lancers will – or I don't believe they're going to take over 27 seconds at the 27. They get a turnover on downs.
I don't know what the offense was looking like there, but him dropping that interception might have been a better result now. Get them some better field position. 26 seconds isn't a lot of time, but we'll see what they can do here before the half.
They do have 2 timeouts remaining, and the clock stops on a first down. You get the line of scrimmage, so We'll see if Milliner wants to take some shots. Downfield, we haven't seen much of that in this ball game. I'm sorry, Lancers they do have 2 timeouts. Lancers do receive second half kickoff, so you never know if you could try and break a play, break a pass, break a run
All
for
it takes is one.
some big yards and try and get in that end zone. This could be a ball game rolling in the second half. It's going to be 2 to the right, 2 to the left for Milliner in the shotgun. Got to take the snap, high snap, hand off the middle, out about to the 28. Set the tackle at the 30, inside the 35 to the 40, at the 41, 19.1 to go. A big 14-yard gain for the Lancers. That was Moisey Trimble on a 14-yard carry. He's got 28 rushing yards, and the Lancers.
Yep. We've talked many times about how this second half kickoff is going to be so important for the Lancers and this potential comeback here. And
Lancers called the timeout, 19.1 to go. First and 10.
Depending on how the Lancers do in the second half, I think we'll look back on that stop the defense just had there.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Belleville East High School Marching Lancers. 2 weeks ago, the Marching Lancers percussion section placed third at the Greater St. Louis Percussion Festival, also winning Best Guitar, Bass Guitar. The band kicks off their competitive season on September 10th at O'Fallon Township High School at the Metro East Marching Classic. They will then make their competitive appearances at the Edwardsville High School Tiger Ambush Classic, the Eastern Illinois University Panther Marching Band Festival, the Effingham Marching Hearts Invitational, and the Bands of America St. Louis Regional. They will finish the competitive marching season by playing host to the Greater St. Louis Marching Band Festival. In May, the Marching Lancers will make their second appearance at the Indy 500 Festival Parade in Indianapolis, Indiana. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, your Belleville East High School Marching Lancers.
Welcome back to the Belleville East Broadcast Network. We're currently at the half with the Pekin Dragons taking a 21-0 lead. And here, second, let's switch over to the other camera so you guys can see us.
There we go.
Is that mouse pad is a bit slippery. I don't have the external mouse plugged in. And let me just transition this over. There we go. All right, here we go. Welcome in. It's a 21-0 lead here for the Pekin Dragons. About two and a half minutes to go here during the halftime, and Pekin a 21-0 lead. It's been full domination by the Dragons, full control, and we were hoping you could see a little success, momentum from the Lancers on those last few 2 or 3 drives, but they were stalled and no points on the board.
Yeah, the second quarter offense looked much better than the first quarter offense. Got a lot more plays going. And like we said right before the half, 21-0 is a much better game than 28-0 now. Lancers going to receive the opening half kickoff here, so still, if they can put some points on the board on this first drive here, still a manageable game.
Yeah, 21 at the game, and if you can try and get a touchdown, especially quick,
yes,
and it's a whole new ball game. And let's just talk about Lancer defense a little bit. They've been, it's a 21 in the ball game, obviously not the best scoreboard, but they've only allowed 14 points, and they've made a bunch of stops on defense, and pretty much this could be easily a 35-0 ball game at this point without this Lancer defense.
Yeah, I mean, that play the stop they made in the red zone right before half was tremendous. Did a lot to help out this Lancer team, and they, like we said, they've done a really good job at least containing the 2-star running backs from Pekin.
This defense, they played pretty well last week. They had forced 4 turnovers. They have unable to force any turnovers up to this point besides the turnover on downs. We'll see if they can do that in the second half. But, they only one of the touchdowns to my count have been scored by the 2,000-yard running backs. That's big to contain. And 3 minutes away here from second half. Lancers get the ball, start off second half. Let's hope we can see a little more action out of the passing game. We saw that a little bit into the first. It was working a little bit, starting to get going. See if the Lancers can get going here in the second.
Yep. We'll see how much they rely on the passing game. They honestly, like you said, scoring quick would be great because with these slippery conditions, they might not want to pass it quite as much here. At least not anything over, 10 yards, 10, 15 yards. So we'll have to see what this Lancers offense game plan is for the second half.
We're getting ready here. We got 2 minutes to go before halftime or before second half. Lancers again start off, receive second half, and Boise Trimble. We talked about him at the pregame, talked about him during the game, talked about him before the game. He's starting to get it going. To my count, he has 11, 0, 14, 4, and 8 on his carries.
Okay.
How big is the running game to get going here in the second half of the Lancers when we get back in this game?
Yeah, Curtin, his touchdown got called back, but I feel like we are just waiting for Trimble to break one off, have an explosive play. I think he's destined for at least one tonight.
He had 2 explosive plays against Collinsville last week. One about 30 yards, another one 70 yards to the house. Maybe we could see one in the second half and get things going for this Lancer offense.
Yeah, and Curtin's touchdown that was called back, unfortunately, and the run just before that, he showed a great ability to, just stay up, break a few tackles, and even when the play looks like it's dead, to find some yardage out of nowhere.
We're going to go ahead and take a short break. We're about a minute away from the second half on the Belleville East Broadcast Network.
Oh, jeez.
At least it's closed. We'll be right back. Okay. Now the question is going to, oh my goodness. Hold on.
All day could have rained at campus. And it chose down. It did fast. Watch this. They don't even train to do that. I swear. Y'all niggas can't catch the same y'all life. Out the ball. Somebody got. I know he was my fucking
Okay.
white bro. Wait. Oh, he. I swear, his mama started combing it over. She looked at him up and down and stuff. She started combing it over.
They're about to start here.
Mike's on ready.
Catch that.
All right, we'll go back to the second
Hey,
half.
throw it!
And the kickoff is about the 38 for East. So solid position to start off. We'll see if it can lead to a score.
Yep, let's
Okay.
build a little bit of momentum here.
We apologize any minute now that if the rain picks up, we may have to end the broadcast any moment. So be aware of that as we're battling the rain here in the bleachers, but still trying to call this game. We have trying my best here as it's going to be 1st and 10 for Belleville East. Here, I'm trying to some towels. All right, there we go. Should be good for now.
The rain is trying to silence and limit the people from the great comeback that is about to happen.
Let's see what we can get. 1st and 10 with 3 to the right, 1 to the right, or 3 to the left, 1 to the right for the Lancers. Millender in the shotgun, takes the snap, high snap, handoff up the middle, and he stopped short. He may have picked up a yard or two, but at least 2nd down. I believe that was trying to get a number. I believe it was Trimble. Maybe it was Curtin. It was a loss to 2. 2nd and 12. Now the question is, where do I put my pencil? There it is. At least try and write some of this down, but you really can't with how wet this table is. Here's the snap, throw it right side, passes, caught the 40. He's able to get a few yards, still on his feet, the 45. On the right side, about the 49. That's going to be a Lancer 1st down. 2 plays. It's Jordan Pickett, the 2-sport athlete, with the 1st down. Let's see if the Lancers can have some life here to start off the second half.
Yeah, turned a 9-yard gain into a first down, too. So
First and 10. The Lancers got to go quick. Under 11 minutes to go. We talked about at the half. If you want to, you would like to score on the stripe. You have to score on the stripe, but you like to score quickly.
Yep.
3 to the left, 1 to the right. Millender shotgun, high snap, going to hand it off, and it is curtained. Nowhere to go. A loss about 3. Second down and long.
Yeah, that defensive line of Pekin is pretty punishing tonight. Getting in the backfield pretty quick.
2 carries, -5 yards to start off the second half for the Belleville East Lancers running the football.
Some of the runs that they tried in the first half to the outside seem to be working pretty good, but inside, no luck yet.
It'll be second down and 12. 3 to the left, 1 to the right. Millender in a shotgun again, running back to the right of him. Takes the snap, another high snap, gonna look to throw. Pumps it, now finds a wide open receiver at the 41. Inside the 35, juke at the 36, and he's inside the 35. Russell down at about the 32, and another Lancer first down. That's a gain of about 22. Nice play.
Really good pass from Millender there, even with the slippery ball.
Armin Vincent on the catch.
Able to deliver it to Vincent.
First and 10 to 32. Lancers have a little drive going here. Let's see if they can get some momentum. 2 passing plays, over 30 yards. 2 rushing plays, and -5. To start off the second half. We'll see if the Lancers want to throw it again. They've went run, throw. First and 10, 3 to the right, 1 to the left. Running back right side of the Millender. Takes the snap, gonna look to run now. Pitches it, wide receiver to 25, inside the red zone. Park him down to 16, a gain of 16 on the play. I believe that was Justin Spears, who had his first football touchdown of his career last week against Collinsville. He gets a nice play there. The Lancers are in the red zone.
Good job by him as well to hold on to that ball. I thought he was going to fumble it after the Hodgson kind of got on him and was holding on to him, but great job to hold on to it.
Great play by Millender to pitch it too. There was nowhere to go. He pitches it and then picks up a first down. This is the first time the Lancers have been in the red zone all night. First and 10, 3 to the right, 1 to the left. Millender takes the snap in the shotgun, throws it, end zone, and it's intercepted by a Pekin Dragon. Brought down at the 1.
They're going to roll him at the 1.
Put him down at the 1-yard line. That's interception. Millender, that's his second. Picked off by number 4. That is Cameron Hodgson, the senior.
I can understand what Millender was seeing there, but just too much coverage there. Not able to fit it in the pocket.
Wide receiver senior Jordan Pickett made the stop at the half-yard line for the Belleville East Lancers, and now maybe a safety. You need to see if we could try and force the safety.
That's an unfortunate end to a really good drive.
They had success.
Yeah, I think you saw what will probably be the focus, hopefully, for this Lancers offense in the second half with, like we mentioned, the slippery ball and their limited time, down 3 possessions now and Pekin with the ball back, is their focus probably just going to be to get the ball in the hands of their receivers, Pickett, Vincent, and see what they can do after the catch.
The passing game really worked on that drive, and I don't want to jinx anything. The rain looks like it's stopping. My weather app on the computer is saying it's going to stop, and that run may have picked up a yard. About second down and 9. That's good. Hopefully the rain can stay away for the second half, and like Joey was saying, hopefully we can call this miraculous comeback.
Yes.
Second and 10, second and 9. I'll mark at the 2.
Not bad there. In this situation, you just do not want Specker or Tyler to break one off.
Yeah, exactly. Especially that. I mean, here comes the snap throw, left
Adrian
side,
around.
1-on-1. He's got it. Ball is dropped. Yes. Great play. I believe that was number 6, which is DeAndre Clark, the senior. He's able to break that up. That was a 1-on-1 play, and the receiver for Pekin had a beat. He was able to try and make the catch, but unable to hold on possession. Clark, a great break up there, third down.
Internally, I was screaming at Clark to turn his head around, but that was a great job breaking that pass up. Well, especially because of how he was turned around, that could have gone for a long gain.
Lancers have Pekin backed up at the 2. Third down.
No
Here comes
pass.
the throw. Same play left side, and it's overthrown. Fourth down, no flags on the play, and the Lancers force a 3-and-out.
All right, great defensive drive there. Let's see if the offense can continue what they had going before that pick.
That was a great response by this Belleville Lancer defense. They weren't able to force the safety, but they're able to force a 3-and-out, and they'll get the ball back here in a second.
Puncher's not going to have much space here to adjust.
Exactly, yep.
Maybe the Lancer special teams can crowd that area around him.
I apologize here as I'm trying to exit now.
It's blocked.
Blocked, and it is going to be
Looks like
safety.
it's probably going to be a touchback for the Lancers if I have my rule book right.
I'm trying to, they're called by Joey there. I'm trying to, safety, they're going to call it a safety, so the Lancers are on the board.
All right.
I'm trying to fix the OBS software on the computer, and I think we're good for now. The mouse is spazzing out, but where'd it go? Oh.
With hopefully a touchdown as well. So 10-21 isn't bad, and then that's easily a two-possession game with a little over half of the third quarter left, and obviously the fourth quarter to hopefully take over.
All right, we're back. Sorry. Well, for now, we're back. All right, we're back. For now.
All right, Pekin
21-2.
off.
All right, here we go.
Good kick.
Returned at the 38. They're going to return out across the 45.
Oh,
Across the 50. Inside the
gone.
tackler, the 48. Inside the 40.
A lot of space ahead.
Inside the 30.
Oh,
inside
right.
the 25, and a big return. And the Lancers are set up inside the Pekin 25.
Great return by Sonny McGill there. Really just had a mission. I mean, there was a lot of guys crowded around him, but he just powered through there, giving the Lancers great field position.
Nice play. Big play. And the Lancers are right back where they were on the previous drive before the interception. Just about.
Man, if the Lancers score a touchdown here, it would be the definition of complimentary football from all three phases.
1st and 10. Lancers have the ball spot at the 23 of Pekin. 7:56 to go in the third. Handoff. Going to look to run it, and he is going to be stuffed to the line of scrimmage, second down.
Bringing Coleman to ball carrier for the Lancers. Hero on the tackle for Pekin.
It was Coleman there on the carry, so now it's going to be 2nd and 11. Goes again, and he has all the space ahead of him, and he's going to go into the end zone, and the Lancers get their first touchdown of the game. Oh, man. This place is rocking now after that touchdown. They're obviously going to go for 2 here, or it looks like, let's see. Yes, they're going for 2. Cinnamon Linder back out there to hopefully make this an 11-point game after an exciting touchdown there. Changing some of the personnel here.
All right, we're back. Sorry, I was trying to mess with the computer, but maybe it's good that so twice when I went to took the headset off, we've had a safety and a touchdown. So maybe I need to take the mic off more.
Yeah.
Lancers are going for 2. Trying to make it an 11-point game would be 2 possessions. And Milliner in the shotgun going to take the snap. He's going to run himself inside the 5, inside the 3, and he's stuffed. Didn't get nowhere. And wait, the ball was loose on the fumble, and it's picked up by a Belleville East Lancer, and he runs it in for the score.
I have no idea what happened. I thought the play ended.
Yep, there was a bunch of Pekin Dragons and a bunch of blue jerseys when the ball came loose, but somehow a Belleville East Lancer came up with it, runs it in, and we got a ball game.
I'm guessing that Melinder tossed it back to somebody near him because I thought the play was done, and then 3 seconds later I see the ball up in the air and a Lancer grabs it into the end zone. So we're 10-21.
We got a ball game.
And I got to say, I mean, for how at least for time of possession, how much Pekin dominated that in the first half, the fact that we're sitting here with 7 minutes left in the third quarter, only down 11, a lot of momentum, pretty much all of the momentum on Belleville East side. I think you got to feel pretty good.
If you're just joining us, we're about 5 minutes through in the second half, and it's been a wild start to the second half. The Lancers they start off with the ball, receive second half kickoff. They drive down about inside the red zone, and an interception, which we got returned out to the half-yard line, and the punt. They forced Pekin to go 3 and out. Pekin punts, and then a punt was blocked. They get a safety, make it 21-2 on the board, and then a big return by, I believe that was Sonny McGill.
Whip this one, make it bounce here.
That's inside the route to the 30, and they're going to bring it out to 35.
First tackle was missed, but then 2 Lancer defenders made the tackle there. Great job. They're going to be at the 34 here.
But a great return by Sonny McGill on that punt, set up the Lancers scoring drive. They score a touchdown. It's 21-8. And then Millender runs it to the right on the 2-point. They're going for 2, and they're able to successfully convert it. We're not sure. Maybe Millender fumbled, pitched it, but we thought the play was dead. Both of us did. But somehow a Lancer blue jersey gets it in the end zone. It's an 11-point game. All that in 5 minutes. And the Lancers, we got a ball game.
Man, how eventful. I mean, even just the return by McGill, everything after that, the 4 plays after that, how eventful.
If the Lancer defense can pull out another stop, I mean, even a field goal wouldn't be that bad. It would keep it a 2-touchdown game.
Yep.
That is big, and get the Lancer offense back of the field, which is rolling right now. 1st and 10, 2 to the left, 1 to the right for this Pekin offense. Takes the snap. They pitch. They fake the handoff toward left side. Shed the tackler, but brought down to 38, a gain of 4. They fake the handoff to Spurcher. Spurcher, and they threw it to the left. They're able to pick up a gain of about 3, and they do. 2nd and 7.
Yeah, once again, I mean, the Lancers defense is sometimes missing that first tackle, but after that, there was no effort. Yeah, there was no chaos on the defense. I mean, the 2 defenders just wrap up and make sure they get them down.
Second effort by this Belleville East Lancer defense has been big. Taking the snap, it's going to be a handoff up the middle.
Oh, man.
And a tackle made about the 42-43, and he is going to be close to the first down, if not got it.
The inside linebacker there, Jaden Howard, what a great tackle. Just jumped on him.
Howard had 10 tackles last week, and they're going to rule 2 yards short. Here we go, 32.
Big play here.
This may be 4-down territory for the Pekin offense. Handoff up the middle, across the 45. Shed the tackler at the 46, slides up to the 50. And inside, they may go in Lancer territory. That's Sprecher, a big 7-yard run to pick up the first down and pick up the chains for Pekin. Xavier Market and Scotty McGill combined on the tackle.
Yeah, I don't want to be a downer, but you just think, I mean, if the Pekin had not gotten that return on the opening kickoff, only 14-10 would have been the score of this game right now.
Big time. Handoff up the middle. It's Tyler on a run. Gets to about the 49.
But after that opening kickoff, the Lancers have done a really good job at cleaning up their game.
No, defensive-wise, they've been really good. Only 2 touchdowns allowed. They've made some stops, especially that 3-and-out special teams. Yeah, they did allow a kick return touchdown, but they were able to block the punt on that last possession. That's really put the Lancers in this ball game now.
Yep, the little details that Mike Harrison talked to us about at the blue and white scrimmage, they've definitely cleaned up that, and that might help them out in this game.
Handoff, they're going to fake it, throw it again over the middle, pass is caught, and
Okay.
brought down at the 36, another first down, a game to about 12, and Pekin, 2 first downs on this drive, they convert.
Yep. This defense is really playing as a unit right now.
1st and 10, ball is placed at the East 36.
Yeah, once again, don't like the Pekin defense or the Pekin offense kind of just chipping away.
Yep.
Yard by yard. Hopefully we can get a stop here soon. Here's a pitch. He's going to go to the outside. Corner stops him, though.
How about the 25?
So only going to be a gain of...
Sorry, 35. Sorry, 27.
Okay.
Gain of 9.
Gain of 9, yeah.
So 2nd and 1. Man, maybe the Lancers here can try and get a tackle for loss, something that could back them up a little bit and make it a big 3rd down play call for this Pekin offense, which right now would be about a 44-yard kick, but it's only 2nd down now. So you still got to get 2 more stops if you want to start thinking about field goals.
Like you said, you know, even a field goal doesn't kill you.
Yep. I mean that's probably what Coach Harrison was thinking about going for 2. Here comes the snap, handoff. The QB's going to run it himself inside the 25, inside the 20.
Can he bring him down? He's got him.
Juke
All right.
move inside the 10. They bring him down about the 9. An 18-yard run by Scott Jordan, the quarterback. He faked the handoff to Tyler, kept it himself on a little RPO action, and a 1st down. It'll be 1st and 8.
Yep, definitely don't want to allow a touchdown here. We'll see what they can do.
Let's see
1st and goal.
We saw this, not really the same situation, but somewhat when the Belleville Lancers had to make a goal line stand against the K-Hawks to win the game last week. We'll see if they can do it again. 2 guys in the backfield. It's going to be a handoff up the middle, inside the 5. Juke move at the 4, and he stays up on his feet. Touchdown, but a flag thrown by the back judge. This may be coming back. We're hoping it does. It was a throw at about the 4.
He's into the end zone because of flag on the play.
Holding offense.
All right, that's
Thank
what you like to
goodness.
see.
That's twice now where Pekin's put points on the board, but they've came back because of a holding penalty. Another break for the Lancer defense, and hopefully could get out of this drive and force a field goal. Be 1st down at about 18.
Yep.
We'll see.
Both,
1st down at 16.
Yeah, both these teams are showing kind of some early season rust, I guess you could say.
Yep.
You know, Pekin having 2 touchdowns now called back by a holding penalty. It's East having the one by Curtin, 37 yards.
Yep.
So
to my count, Pekin 7 penalties on the night, mostly on offense. Handoff
Sweep.
left side, inside the 15, inside the left side, inside the 10, inside the 5. They're going to
got
bring
him
him
out the
down
outside. All right.
about the 2. A 14-yard run by the Pekin offense. Not what you wanted. Only on 12. 2nd and 4. 3 bits to go in the 3rd. You guys top to a field goal here. You have to.
Yeah, just get them off the field at least soon.
Because the touchdown would make it back to a 3-possession game, and then all those points you pretty much just scored really are gone.
Yep. Pekin obviously making the effort to drain the clock out here, even in the 3rd quarter. You know, I believe there's
2nd down. Here comes the snap, a handoff up the middle. A lot of bodies are pushing forward. He's in. Maybe.
No, I think they're going to roll him short.
They didn't signal it. They didn't signal it, so 3rd. 3rd and 2. All you could see from this angle is just a bunch of bodies pushing forward.
Yeah.
So I was looking for the referee symbol, or the referee signal and touchdown. He didn't give it. They're 2 yards short. 3rd down, 2:15 to go into 3rd, and here we go. 3rd and 2 at the 2. Snap, handoff, play action, throw it, back in zone, and caught, touchdown. Wide open on a 2-yard throw, and Pekin is on. It gets a touchdown. They respond with the score, and it's 27-10. Their 4th touchdown of the night for the Dragons.
Yeah, not great for the Lancers.
Unfortunate.
Putting that comeback together, make it looking more and more difficult, but we'll see if they're up to the challenge.
We talked about it at the start of this Pekin drive. You want to get the defense off the field, get the offense back on the field. They had momentum, and the extra point is...
I don't know where the ball
I don't know where it went, so I think it's no good. It's no good.
27-10. It
was blocked.
Doesn't change things too terribly much.
Yeah, I mean, it's the 3 possession, but at least it's a 2 touchdown and a field goal away, and not 3 touchdowns away.
Oh shoot, that is a does impact it.
A little bit, yeah, because, I mean, an 18-point game, you're thinking you got to at least go for 2 once, and then a field goal to tie it, or go for 2 twice to win the game, or not win it, but at least take the lead. 27-10, 2:06 to go in the third on the Belleville East Broadcast Network here. It's been a tough night for the Lancers, but the last 2 drives, well, not went that bad, but we'll see if they can continue the momentum they've had.
Yep.
This is a big drive here. If you can't really at least get a field goal to make it a 2-possession game, it's going to be really hard to come back. It's hard to come back now, but it's going to be really, really hard. You're in the dumpster after that.
Yeah, it would be nice for the offense to at least give the defense a little bit of a breather here.
Yeah.
Obviously, still want to come away with points. So
you were talking about possession time in the first half. That's a squib kick at the 40, and it's picked up, and they're down as number 42 picked it up. That was Noah Peters, the sophomore. We'll get at the 40, so 39 they'll mark it. It's a solid field position again for East. 2:05 to go in the third. They're in position to get some points here. But you're talking about earlier in the first half how the Pekin time of possession has been so much greater, let's say, for the East. And see if East, to score, get some defense, a little time to get a rest on the sideline.
Yep.
And get themselves back in this ball game as they're down by 3 possessions, 27-10.
Pekin defense reshuffling once again. It looks like, unless that outside linebacker is going to shift away to coverage, that the East wide receivers outnumber Pekin.
3 to the left, 1 to the right. Snap, throw it right at the 44.
Put it inside.
He gains about 4. That was, I believe, Justin Spears. I was going to say Spears, his second catch at least of the night. And it'll be 2nd and 7. Second and 7 for East.
Should be
there you go.
A great job for Millender to prove his leadership to his teammates and his coaches.
This is a big drive for this offense. They put points up on the last drive, and they put points up on a safety the drive before. Takes the snap, fakes the handoff, throws it over the middle, passes caught the 49, in Pekin territory inside the 45. I think they'll give him the 44. That's a nice gain of about 14, and a Lancer first down.
Once again, these
gain 16.
Yep, these Lancers wide receivers are pretty dangerous with the ball in their hands, so they're going to give us a little bit of tempo here. No huddle here.
Lancer first down, 1st and 10 at the 42 under a minute to go in the third. Down by 17, 2 to the left, 2 to the right. Millender the shotgun, takes his snap, scramble, escapes pressure right side. Gonna run it inside the 45, try to get to the boundary. Push at the 43. He's gonna lose about a yard. Oh, they gave him a yard, 41, 2nd and 9.
Good by Millender not to just throw it up there in a prayer.
And I mean, I know a yard's not much, but it's at least something, and the clock stops.
Yes, that's crucial.
I mean, yeah, you can incomplete pass, but I think a yard, in that situation, a yard's better than incomplete pass because they both stop the clock.
Yep.
2nd and 9. Lancers in the huddle here, driving. We've seen the last about 5 Lancer possessions going back to the second quarter. They've been able to get to Pekin territory just about midfield. 2 to the right, 2 to the left. Running back to the left side. Wide receiver motion left to right. It's going to be a handoff. That's going to be a run inside the 40, into the 39. A gain of 2. That was Curtin on the run, 3rd and 7.
Time winding down in this third quarter here.
And you get one more snap off. They can, the play clock is still going, so it's about a 7-second not shot clock, thinking basketball, play clock differential.
Yeah.
So they're going to get one more snap in here.
Yeah, it's going to get even tougher for the Lancer defense in the fourth quarter.
Yep.
Just because Pekin, whenever they get the ball, they're just going to try to drain that clock with their 2 running backs.
3rd down, takes the snap, Millender going to throw it over the middle. Pass is caught inside the 20. The Lancers are in the red zone in the third with 1.9 to go to the 18. That was Khalil Waller, the junior, on the reception. And the Lancer drive continues. That's another Lancer first down.
Millender finally connects on one of those passes that he's been trying to hit all night of just a tight pocket. He takes a chance on, and he's successful. That's a great pass there.
That's the end of the third quarter. The Lancers are driving, trying to get back in this game. They trail 27-10 after 3 quarters here on the east side of Belleville. Pekin leads 27-10 on the Belleville East Broadcast Network. Welcome back here to the Belleville East Broadcast Network. It's 27-10. Pekin Dragons with the lead, but Lancers drive it. It's 1st and 10 at the Pekin 18-yard line. 2 to the left, 2 to the right. Taking the snap. Millender fires it over the middle. Passes Collar to the right to left.
He's going to get bounced into the end zone.
At the 5, and he's in for a score. Touchdown, Belleville East. That was Armand Vinson on an 18-yard catch. The reception made for a touchdown. The Lancers made it 2 possessions.
Incredible play on the slant there and the inside. Hey, that's a great way to start off the 4th quarter. Only 7 seconds off the clock. We'll see if they go for 2 here. Or it looks like they're just going to take the 1.
That was a simple right to left slant. Sheds off a tackler at the 5. Able to get in.
Yep, now they just got to hope their defense comes up big for them once again in this game.
Back-to-back Lancer drives ended in a score. Here comes the extra point. It's crucial, down 11. Snap the hold, the kick is up, and it is no good. Wide right, and that makes the Lancers need to go for 2 and a touchdown.
All right, still manageable.
So,
thing is, with a little under 12 minutes left, you can allow for, one long Pekin drive. Obviously, you don't want to let them score, but it's a little bit of time there. Offense still has to stay on the groove they've been on for this 4th and 3rd quarter. We'll see what happens.
Well, the goal is here, if you're the Lancer defense, try and go off the field quickly.
Yep.
Get the Lancer offense back of the field. They're in a roll. They got some momentum. And then if they can go off the field quickly, they're able to get another rest in, and hopefully Lancer offense could score. And there's still a little bit of time left, or they have time to get off the field and keep it a 1-possession game late.
Yeah, a turnover here by the Lancer defense would just be absolutely huge. It almost a big turnover would put Pekin really on their toes. They'd really have to make sure they're prepared.
That was a good way to start off the 4th quarter. First play takes 7 seconds. Armand Vinson on the 18-yard right to left slant for the score. 11-point game. And here we go, the kickoff. And let's see, here we go. Rico Lee kicking it left to right. Kicks it inside the 30, inside the 20. Did he touch it? I think he may have touched it inside the 1. He takes it out. And it's
oh, my goodness.
Good play by the Lancer special teams.
I'm assuming he touched it, which would have meant the Lancer defense would have been able to recover and have possession if that was the case.
But they back him up.
Yeah.
They're going to put him at the 7.
Wow.
That's a big play. That is a big play. I believe the guy back there touched it, and a great kick by Rico Lee. He's able to get that inside the 20, inside the 10 on the kick. And obviously a muffed return backs up Pekin at the 7. We saw what happened last time when Pekin was backed up this to the end zone.
Yeah, if the returner did not make contact with that was not the greatest decision to take it out of the end zone.
That would have either been a safety or hopefully a Lancer touchdown. They were able to pick it up. And a safety right now and make it a 9-point game.
Yeah, Lee definitely deserves credit for that great kick too. That was probably his farthest kick of the night. and obviously had some bounce on it.
The Lancers special teams has really recovered after that
Yeah.
opening kickoff. Here comes the snap. They're going to throw
Throwing
it. Fire
going
it deep over the middle.
Safety's back there. All right.
Overthrown.
Okay.
If that ball is just a little bit under, not
Got a little excited there.
a little bit underthrown, that ball is going to be picked by the safety. I believe number 5.
DeAndre Clark, yeah.
Yep. Or sorry, Javion Mobley Jackson, number
Okay.
5, was the safety back there. Who was, I believe he's starting tonight, and yeah, he is. Him and Xavier Martin were the started safeties for this Belleville Lancer defense. 2nd and 10. That also stopped the clock. And if you're Lancers, you will take anything to stop the clock just for a little bit.
Yep, you get a good stop here. Don't allow them to run it. I mean, they're kind of not in that situation anyways.
2nd and 10, handoff up the middle. He stopped.
Wow.
They stopped him at the line of scrimmage, maybe a yard or two. They're going to say no yards. 3rd down and 10.
Ever since Millender's interception in the red zone, this Lancer team has really stepped up, and they definitely have potential to put together a good comeback here.
They're making it a ball game.
Certainly.
3rd down.
3rd and 10 for your Lancer defense.
Here we go. 3rd and 10. Back him up at the 7. Big play. Pekin the snap. Going to look to throw. Halfback slip screen at the 10. At the 15.
He's down. It's going to be 4th.
They're going to put him at the 15. He is short. He is short. It's going to be 4th down and 2. And the Lancer defense is going to get out of a drive.
Yeah, just Lancers can't make any mistakes here. Got to stay on their game.
The Lancer defense, they're going to go for it.
On 4th and 2.
This is big, 4th and 2. You got to stop them. They may be just trying to draw them off sides and run the clock. 4th and 2.
Oh my God.
They're calling out audibles. 3 to the right, 1 to the left. Big play, 4th and 2. I think they're just trying to draw them off sides. Lancer
16
defense,
seconds on the play clock.
not to jinx it, but Lancer defense not buying it so far. 4th and 2 at the 15.
10 seconds left.
Well, defense is celebrated. I think it's going to be a false start. Back them up 5, and the offense is coming back. That is big.
Well, that certainly backfired if their plan was to draw them off.
That is big.
Okay.
Because first off, I mean, they ran a few seconds off the clock, which is not good, but they don't go for it.
Yep.
Then you back them up 5, and so now they're backed up in the end zone.
Yeah, unless
they're blocked punt, hopefully.
Once again, the puncher does not have much space here, and also, I mean, the Lancers either way are going to have great field position. You see our returner lined up here at the 45.
Yeah, and that the punter is at the middle of the Lancer C. Here comes the punt. It is up.
Gets off.
And fair catch called for. Ball dropped. Ball was dropped. Ball was dropped by Khalil Waller at the 42. The Lancers were set up, and the ball was dropped. That's a tough play.
That just stabs you right in the heart.
You're able to get a 3 and out, get out of a drive, in good field position, 42-yard line, and the ball was dropped on a fair catch. In that spot, you either just let the ball go or you got to catch it. And I think you were talking about earlier, that's what happens when you have a slippery football.
Yep.
37-yard line, I apologize.
That's what I was saying. You know, can't make any mistakes, can't let anything like that happen. It really just ruins the mood.
All the Lancer momentum goes back to Pekin, let's see if the defense can come up again. 9:53 to go in the 4th. It's going to be a snap. Snapped, and here comes the Lancer defense.
Wow.
They came right in on the QB, number 23. That is going to be Simeon Mitchell.
Wow. He's had a great game tonight, and there was 2 defenders here who, on a fake handoff, got right in the quarterback's face.
We've been talking about the second effort by the Lancer defenders. Yep. And another great second effort play. 2nd and 14. 9:25 to go. Pekin at their own 33. Taking the snap, going to look to throw. Fire it right side. I thought it was intercepted.
Me too.
And that's going to be a pass all the way up to the 44. It'll be about 3rd down and 3. That was in the area of.
Yep, Jaden Howard. I thought he had his hands on it there.
Yeah.
What is it? 3rd and 3.
Got to get our chance to get out of a drive.
Yep.
For your Lancer defense.
Hopefully bring some of that same pressure. Maybe they'll go for a run play and then go on it for a 4th down, because at this point, the field position is same as it was going to be.
3rd and 3. It'll be 3 to the right, 1 to the left. Lancer defense needs to get out of another drive. Keep this team in the game. 3rd and 3. Wide receiver motion right to left. They're going to hand it off up the middle, and he's got a first down over to the Lancer territory to about the 46. A gain of 10. Can't get out of a drive. It will be a gain of 8. First down for the Pekin Dragons.
You'll certainly see the Pekin offense get into their run clock mode now that they've got 2 first downs under their belt.
Gotta get off the field some way. 1st and 10, 1 to the right, 3 to the left. Pekin Dragon taking the snap, gonna look to throw. Pressure brought, ball's loose. Quarterback stayed with it, and he's running inside the 40, inside the 35, out of bounds. I thought the ball was loose, but the QB was able to hold on. He's gonna run it.
On the field.
Running for 12 out to the 35, and the Lancers down back at the 44.
The ball carry is brought down by Sonny McGill.
Hoping he's okay. We'll try and hopefully he's all right. The trainer out there.
Hate to see that.
This is a tough moment. Very tough moment. Hopefully he's all right. Never like to see this. As Coach Harrison out there and head trainer Aaron Kremel. I believe that's not Coach Harrison. Never mind. I thought it was, but hopefully injured Lancer is all right. It'll be 1st and 10 for Pekin at the 35. 8:07 to go here on this injury timeout.
Looks like he's going to get up. That's good.
Good to see. That is number 24, I believe. Number 24, which is Rico Lee.
Also, the outside linebacker and also the kicker for this team.
Yeah, that is. He had a really good kick a few minutes ago, and he's been really good. He's been making plays tonight, definitely making an impact and contribution to the team. That was Coach. Yeah, it was Coach Harrison out there. Okay, that's what I thought.
All right, and they're picking it right back up here. 1st and 10
at the 35. We'll see if Pekin's in field goal range. Got to be at least borderline. Trying to draw him off sides. That was middle linebacker coming in. At least inside linebacker. 1st and 10. 2 to the right, 2 to the left for the Pekin Dragons. Wide receiver motion right to left. They're going to hand it off, and oh, man, they tricked him. The handoff ends up the middle. That's going to get to about the 26, close to the first down. I thought they pitched it. They have a lot of guys in motion, and they've had a lot of trickery trying to fake the handoffs, and they faked the handoff to pitch the receiver. They instead hand it off up the middle, and it gained a 9 at the 25, 2nd and 1. And the injury 10 up here on the track. Hopefully Rico Lee, he's going to be all right. Also another two-sport athlete on this football team. Plays basketball for this Belleville East Lancer team. 2nd and 1, a QB sneak, and he's short.
Not going anywhere.
Back to the 26, third down. Trying to do a QB sneak on 3rd and 1, or sorry, 2nd and 1 has been interesting.
Yeah.
But 3rd down, Lancer's going to stop. I mean,
would be interested to see what Pekin's strategy would be here if they get stopped, if they would go for it. If they go for the field goal here, I mean, it is still only a 2-possession game for the Lancers. Only they would be down 14.
I think Pekin definitely goes for a field goal and another injured Lancer on the field. That is 3 plays and 2 injured Lancers. You do not. This is tough. Hopefully this. Oh, whoever gets up. That's good to see. Trainer said, "Come over, get up." Good to see. Number 54, Eugene Bryan, the junior. Hopefully he's going to be okay. Good to see he got up right away when the trainer came out. He's walking to the sideline, and hopefully him and Rico Lee are going to be all right. It's good to see though these guys, both of them got up, were able to get up though.
Yeah.
And hopefully nothing serious. I mean, it doesn't even matter. I don't care who gets injured, but it's still, especially Rico Lee, making an impact. And here comes the run, handoff up the middle. He just stormed through the defenders inside the 20, down to about the 19, and the first down for the Pekin Dragons. The drive continues.
Just don't allow the big play at this point. You can deal with a field goal.
Yep.
But a touchdown that would.
Clock is running though too.
Yeah, a touchdown for Pekin would pretty much be a nail in the coffin for Belleville East.
And if Lancers are able to get the ball back, keep it at 2 possessions. You got to go 2-minute offense with the tempo.
Yep.
Try and score quick. 1st and 10, handoff. Going to go at left side at the 19. Sets up a tackler at 20 inside the 15, and all the way to about the 14.
Okay.
Gain of 5. Got halfway the distance he needed. 2nd and 5. Second and 5, 6 minutes to go, 6:20. Need either a turnover or something, either that or try and get, if they're going to throw it, need an incompletion or a turnover.
Yep.
Stop the clock or get the ball back, but you don't want to Pekin to run too much time off, but they're going to run a lot of time off the most they can. Second down and 5 at the 14. 2 to the right, 1 to the left. Hand up the middle. He's going to be at the 12, inside the 10. Checks off a tackler inside the 5.
Right.
Brought down at the 4, gain of 10. That's another first down for the Pekin Dragons. And not looking good. That was Tanner Spurter again. Him and Kanye Tyler have been 2 biggest players for this Pekin offense. And can the Lancer defense make a goal line stand? Did not go well 2 drives ago. Backed up in their end zone.
Yep.
Hoping for a different result. 2 guys in the backfield. Let's look at maybe it might be a fullback dive.
Crowd
Something.
that defensive line.
They've handed off right side. Spurcher to the 2. Brought down
Right.
at the 2. A gain of 2. 2nd and 2.
The big men on that line got to come up big here.
They got to try and get to either the quarterback, if they're gonna, if he runs or throws it, or get to the running back right away.
Certainly want to watch out for number 7 for Pekin, Houston Robertson III.
Yeah, he has a touchdown ready in this game.
Yep, on the same exact situation here on the goal line.
Spurcher, I don't know if he just threw up, and yeah, he is. He just ran to the Pekin sideline. Hopefully he's all right. Not looking good. He had a mostly, I believe, an injury-free game up to this drive. And hopefully Spurcher and then Rico Lee, and I believe it's Eugene Bryan, the other injured Lancer. Hopefully they're going to all be all right. 3rd down, hand up the middle, and he is
he's gonna get in.
Touchdown, Pekin Dragons on a 2-yard score. And this ball game is pretty much over, but a flag.
Are they going to call him for excessive celebration, possibly? The touchdown holds.
Yeah, the touchdown's going to hold. Touchdown would hold. I would believe it would be unnecessary celebration, though, because the rules are different from the NFL to high school. We'll see. It's 1st and 10. They put the touchdown on the board.
I don't got that power.
1st and 10. We're waiting to see the call. Well, the offense is still on the field. No, never mind. Nope, never mind. The kicker's out. So the touchdown does hold. Yeah, it pretty much puts a nail in the coffin for this Lancer team. They did fight, though. They did fight. The offense did fight. Defense, I mean, it's interesting. That kick is blocked, by the way.
Yeah.
Keep it a 17-point game. But, I mean, it's going to be probably the biggest question tonight is what happens if that punt doesn't get muffled on that few minutes ago.
Yeah, just a lot of unfortunate mistakes that, just little plays that really changed the outcome of this game. I mean, overall, a good performance from the Lancers defense from, like we mentioned, the time of possession was so heavily weighted for Pekin, and, in the first half they did a really good job. And the mistakes of, a few interceptions, the muffed punt, and obviously allowing to drive from the 30 to the touchdown after that unfortunate
I'll say one thing, though. It was 21-0 at the half, and it looked like, this game's going to be over for sure. But he gave us a ball game.
Certainly.
Very entertaining, interesting second half. Obviously, could have done a lot of things better, and just not able to make the comeback, but still really good fight, really good effort in the second half. And, this Pekin team's really good. They were ranked number 11 in the Class 7A preseason poll.
Wow.
And number 65 in the state of Illinois, according to Max Preps. That's a squib kick, return to the 50, knee taken at the 49. So
Yeah.
Before you, don't mean to cut you off, but this Lancers lost this Pekin team 42-9 last year.
Wow.
A lot of improvement, I would say.
Yeah, I'm really interested to see how the Lancers perform in 2 weeks here for the next home game against East St. Louis. Who,
that's gonna be a tough game.
Yeah, they've always struggled with. Obviously, East
Powerhouse.
St. Louis usually dominates those games, but tonight how they performed against a really talented team, I've impressed with them. So I'm excited to see how they do.
East will be on the road next Friday against Matea Valley. That they lost to them last year on a last-second touchdown on a heartbreak play last year. We'll see if they're able to beat them in a week. And this Lancer team, though, as there's a flag on the play, this Lancer team, though, definitely is way more improved from last year.
Yep.
And I mean, I know we were talking about the blue-white skirmishes. Last year's team was kind of young. So a lot more experience in these guys, especially the quarterback. Quarterback Darion Milner is a junior, and so he's got a lot more experience under his belt. Trimble's a senior. Most of this wide receiver group, Vincent I know is either a senior or a junior. He's a junior. Pickett's a senior. Waller's a junior. So a lot of experience down. First and 15 after a false start. High snap. Milner going to look to throw fire left side of the 49. Pass is caught inside the 50, all about to the 45. Brought out the 44, and a late shove by a Pekin player. That's not going to get called, but that was a late shove.
Yeah. Give us a little bit of tempo here. Yes. So Lancers will most likely move to 1-1, but like you were mentioning with the experience, I think as the season goes along and they get more experience under their belt, I think they'll develop throughout the season, and we could see a lot of improvements.
It's definitely going to be interesting. Here comes a snap from Milner. He's going to scramble right side, escapes the pressure. How about the 47? Steps over the man at the 47 inside the 40, right to the boundary of the right side, about the 35, about an 8-yard run for a Lancer first down. But it's going to be really interesting to see how this Lancer team does against conference foes and like Edwardsville, West, all those teams. Edwardsville, we beat Collinsville last week, but this team, I think they're definitely going to improve on their win total from last year.
Yes, from 3-6, I can definitely see them winning, 5, 6, many more games.
Yep. We'll see what they could do against some conference teams as we second down. We'll see.
Yep, they got Matea Valley coming up, and then their next home game being first East St. Louis, September 17th. Then they travel to Alton. Then they have O'Fallon back here at East. Then Edwardsville, Belleville West for Spirit City, and Granite City. So
that West game being senior day on a Saturday, and then homecoming for the last game here on a Friday night. And it'll be second down and 10 to 35, 3:45 to go. It's going to be a handoff. Trimble, juke move at the 37, inside the 30, going to the right side of the boundary. Brought down around the 26. He'll be close to the first down marker. Third down.
Overall, if you're Mike Harrison and his coaching staff, I think even though this is a loss, I think there's a lot of things to improve upon. And the details that made them lose this game, I think to say they're fixable might be, wrong to say, but I think they can be improved upon with, more practice on those specific areas.
And also a lot to be happy about this offense.
Yes.
Here in the second half, 3rd and 2. It's going to be a Milner low snap, handed off inside the 30, about the 28. He didn't get to the line of scrimmage. It's 4th down. I believe that was Trimble, and it was.
Yeah, how this offense looked in the first quarter to ever since past that, it's black and white.
Definitely. The first quarter, they couldn't even pick up a first down. They couldn't even gain positive yardage, and it's been so much different since then.
Yep.
And, this game could be completely different. You can say about a lot of plays for both sides, but I think the two main plays is the opening kickoff and the muff punt return. Because you take those two touchdowns away, we're sitting in a 19-16 ball game.
Wow. And then the Lancers have the ball with 3:30 left.
Or sorry, 2016 ball game because the extra point was missed.
Yeah.
So we'll see what the final score will be, but those two things are definitely going to loom over this game. Two what-if questions. it'll be 4th down and 2 at the 27. Lancer offense obviously going to stay on the field, trying to put some points, at least a couple more points on the board. It'll be 3 to the left, 2 to the right now. Wide receiver in motion right to the left, so 4 to the left, 1 to the right. Millender by himself in the backfield. 4th and 2. Wide receiver in motion right to the left. Takes the snap, going to run it up the middle. A QB power run inside the 25, inside the 20.
Ooh.
Out of bounds inside the red zone. That's a Lancer first down. Gets out of bounds, and the clock will stop with 3:25. A 9-yard run for Millender.
Got some good separation there. Put on the burners a little bit.
First down.
1st and 10 to 19.
Maybe get a touchdown here, a little bit of something to go to the night.
Yep. Be a good way to end it.
Yep.
1st and 10. This Lancer offense, 2 touchdowns here in the second half, and a safety forced by the defense. 1st and 10. Miller in the snap, going to throw it right side.
Gonna go for
Back pylon passes off the hands. It ricocheted off the hands of Vincent, and it's incomplete. 2nd down and 10.
If Millender would have tried to wait a little bit longer and hit Vincent in the back corner, I think he would have had a little more accurate of a pass, give Vincent a better chance to catch that one.
2nd and 10. 3:20 to go in this one. It'll be 2 to the left, 2 to the right with Kurtzen in the backfield. Motion right to left. 3 to the left now for the Lancers. Vincent all the way on his own on the right. Takes the snap. High snap. Millender pressure. Fires at left side. Pass is caught.
Oh.
And incomplete. Couldn't hold on. 3rd down.
Thought that was going to be a good opportunity where the cornerback would have overstepped it and the receiver had all the room in the world, but couldn't hold on to it.
There was pressure brought by that Pekin defensive line. And a good job by Miller to make a good throw. Just unable to hold on was the Belleville East wide receiver. 3rd down and 10 at the Pekin 19 with 3:14 to go in the 4th.
How fast that score right there in the background.
Third and 10. 2 to the left, 2 to the right. Millender takes a snap, going to look to throw. Pressure brought, sacked, backfield, and it's overthrown. Over to the bleachers, the ball lands. 4th down. It's a good job by Millender to throw it just in time. Could have got sacked. 4th down. We'll see if the Lancer offense will stay on the field. They have not attempted a single field goal yet here this season, so.
Yeah, I don't know if they have a backup kicker in place, but with Rico Lee out.
Well, the tent is gone. And I didn't, so hopefully Rico Lee is okay. I tried to look for him on the sideline. There's a bunch of Lancer jerseys, so hard to find them.
I think I see him on this left bench here, but I could have.
Yeah, that is him. Yeah, that is him. I think so. Number 24 looks like. 4th and 10. 2 to the left, 2 to the right. Millender in the shotgun. They're running back to the right. Takes a snap, going to look to throw. Fired, end zone, right side. That ball is thrown and incomplete. Batted away by the Pekin defensive back. The Lancers turn it over on downs for the 2nd time tonight. And Pekin will take over at their own 19-yard line with 3:03 to go in this one.
We'll see how they ended off, but like we said, just a lot of things to improve upon, and I think if can fix some minute details here, can win a lot of games this year.
3:03 to go. Pekin will take over. So our next football broadcast will be 2 weeks from tomorrow when East St. Louis comes to town for a 1 o'clock kickoff. 3 games starting at 12:30 against the East St. Louis football team. They did lose in week 1, but obviously you're going to probably lose some games. They're playing the best high schools in the country.
Yep.
1st and 10. It's going to be a handoff up the middle, inside across the 30, out across the 35. Trucks a man out across the 40, brought down about the 42. And that's a big 23-yard run from Spurcher. Just came back in the game after throwing up on the previous drive. Good to see he's all right. I mean, how about that? You're having first off, you have a 1,000-yard season last year, and tonight you're having a pretty good game with the receiving touchdown and a lot of rushing yards, a lot of yards combined total, and then you throw up a few plays before your team scores, and you come back to the game at about a 24-yard run.
That's interesting stat card.
14-yard run.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I mean, him and Kanye Tyler are just very good running backs.
Yep.
And it'll be see where they go here after their high school career finishes.
Absolutely.
First and 10 at the 38, 2:15 to play. Takes the snap, gonna look to throw, or hands it off. And
Get stopped pretty
down
quick
about
there.
the line of scrimmage, yeah. 2nd and 10.
2-minute warning coming up. Do they do that in high school?
I don't think so.
Okay.
They don't do it in college, so I want to say they don't do it for high school either. I don't remember them doing it.
Nope.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I don't remember them doing a 2-minute warning for the Collinsville game.
Probably good for this game. Let's
let's get this game
keep going
done and get to the post game and. Especially for this Pekin team, they gotta hop on a bus after this.
Oh man,
yeah,
I can't imagine.
But at least it's better for them. It's better going on a long bus ride on a win and not a loss.
Yes, yeah.
It'll be 2nd down at 10. They're just gonna let this clock run the most they can. One and a half to go. 2nd and 10. QB takes the snap, gonna fake the handoff, and that ball was dropped by the wide receiver number 2. That was Kanye Tyler on the drop. 3rd down and 10. 30-10 with 1:20 to go. At East, again, their next game will be on the road at Matea Valley. 7 o'clock kickoff next Friday night, and then back home. 5 home games this year, 4 last year, so good. We got 4 more football broadcasts after this. And here comes the snap, handoff up the middle, and he is going to be stopped at about the 37, 38, 4th and 10.
Some interesting news I want to bring up. According to Max Preps, Belleville West is currently losing 45-0 to Fort Zumwalt West. I'm assuming that's the Chicago area team.
I think
or
that's
O'Fallon, Missouri.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think that's O'Fallon, Missouri. Justin will be 4th down and 10. Let the clock run. They still have to snap it. The snap clock is only at about 17 seconds, about 24-second differential. Punter back in the backfield about the 21. Return man at the 29 for East. They're just letting this thing run. They snap it at 4. Here comes the punt. And that punt is blocked for the special teams inside the 15. Picked up and picked up again.
Got it. There's a touchdown.
Touchdown to the house.
There's some late quarter excitement.
Second blocked punt by this East team. First one led to a safety, but this one leads to a touchdown. End the game on an exclamation point.
What a up and down night for this Lancers special teams. Opening kickoff return for a touchdown, allowed for one, and then a fumbled punt and a crucial point of a game, but a blocked punt and now a blocked punt return for a touchdown. Wow.
33-22, 19 seconds to go, and here comes the offense. Let's go for 2. Why not?
Really keep it a one-possession game, do an onside kick. The comeback is still alive, is what I'm hearing.
Not much to lose. Not much to lose at all. 2 to the left, 2 to the right. Looks like that is Trimble in the backfield with Millender. Takes the snap, and he's going to fake the handoff, roll it out right side, throw it. That ball is incomplete, and the 2-point conversion fails. But it stays 33-22 with 19 seconds to go.
Some other area scores. Alton is currently losing to Quincy 27-0. And that game might be wrapped up.
Coming up with 19 seconds here left in the game. Coming up will be our post-game show. We'll recap this one and get some scores from around the league and get our final words and what we need to see the Lancers definitely improve on for Matea Valley in week 3. As the Lancers are going to fall 1-1, Pekin's going to improve to 2-0. halftime show, or sorry, post-game show coming up following the conclusion of this one. Lancers will kick it off. I assume probably be an onside kick. It'll be 1st and 10. Or sorry, not 1st and 10, a kickoff. Ball teed up at the 40. Here comes the kick. They don't go for the onside inside the 40. It's muffled again, but the Pekin returner is able to hold on at the 31. With 17 seconds left, I assume a knee will be coming, as the Lancers are only able to stop the clock twice, and they can just run it out. And that's assume what will happen.
Get this in and out. The Lancers move to 1-1, and Pekin to 2-0.
Be 1st and 10. Then he taken, and that should do it. I don't expect a Lancer timeout.
Yep. 33-22, your final score.
That's the final here on a Friday night from the east side of Belleville. Lancers 1-1, Pekin 2-0. And we're going to go ahead and take a short break. The post-game show is coming next in the Belleville East Broadcast Network. And we're back here at the Belleville East Broadcast Network at the halftime for the post-game show. Pekin with a 33-22 victory over the Belleville East Lancers. A tough game. As Joey's trying to figure out the headset.
Yeah, I think I permanently screwed up the headset. That's all right.
There we go. As Pekin gets the win, it was a really just a tough game for the East. They did fight back in the second half, but Just not enough. Just not enough. The defense could not get off the field, and the time they did get off the field, a muff punt return, and it's not a good showing. I think you're down 21-0 going in the half.
Yep.
The first quarter, I think, was a big outlier.
Yeah.
Because I believe it was 14-0 after one. You get rid of that first quarter. The offense didn't play well, obviously, in the first quarter. They definitely got better as time went on. Get rid of that first quarter, though, it's a whole different ballgame.
Yeah. Like we said, we had plenty of time to wrap it up in the dead time of the fourth quarter. A lot of stuff that can be improved upon, and kind of the stuff that has killed the Lancers over Mike Harrison's tenure has just been these little mistakes, and we saw a lot of that tonight. But like we said, a lot to improve upon there. But overall, the team looked good. A lot to be happy about, even with the loss in the column.
Millender had two passing touchdowns tonight, and then one of the other plays was that 37-yard touchdown run that made it 21-7 in the first half. That was by Curtin. I mean, you definitely want that back. Penalties and turnovers hurt this Lancer team tonight.
Yeah, I think Millender played a really good game. Besides interceptions, later on in the game, I mean, right off the bat in the third quarter, he looked a lot better. And I think he's really gutsy, and he's able to make those decisions that some quarterbacks might not make. You know, we saw tonight the downside of that, obviously, but sometimes, and we saw the upside of that too, where it works out from, and, you know, those risks pay off.
Moisey Trimble, our player to bank on during the pregame show, we thought hopefully would have a big impact in this game. He somewhat did, but when you are down by 21 points, you can't run the football every single play. You have to start throwing it, and I think if East was able to establish the run earlier, it's a different game. The run was a big factor in this game if they could have got it going. Yeah,
on the other side, though, I think they did a decent job considering what they were going against with Taylor and Specker. You know, they had their moments, but they contained them. And yeah, with Trimble, obviously, Trimble and Curtin, they looked really good. Just did not have the ones, like you mentioned early on, that would have set up the tone.
Yeah. Let's go back to what you were just saying. Tyler and Spurcher, these guys are really good running backs. Probably one of the best players here in the state of Illinois. They had both of them had 1,000-yard rushing seasons last year, and Tyler also plays free safety. Had a 99-yard interception return last week against Rock Island. Being able to stop those guys is big, and they did that. I would say they did a solid job of stopping those guys. You're not going to be able to contain them all the way, obviously, especially them being that good, but you're able to stop them to a minimum where they didn't make that much of an impact in this game. I think, to my count, Spurcher and Tyler had combined 1 or 2 touchdowns in this game, and they scored, I think, 4 or 5. It's got to be 4. Yeah, 4 touchdowns.
I mean, the Lancers defense being able to hold the offense to 27 points with the playmakers they have on that side of the ball was pretty impressive.
Let's talk about the special teams. We've tried to a little bit here the last few minutes. They did not start off well, obviously, giving up the touchdown 13 seconds in. Not how you want to start off a game, but they recovered well after that. And you take away the muffled punt return that could have probably got the Lancers in this game, made it 1 possession, possibly. We don't know what could happen on that drive, obviously. But you take away that muffled punt return and that opening kickoff touchdown. The Lancers special teams played really well. 2 blocked punts, 1 obviously for touchdown at the end of the game, and 1 that ended in a safety. A great way to end the game on an exclamation point on that blocked punt for a touchdown.
Absolutely, yeah. Hopefully they can fix up special teams, and obviously first for the person, Rico Lee. Hopefully he's all right. Their starting kicker. You know, as a person, obviously hope that, and also for the team.
Yeah, Rico Lee has such an impact to this team. Obviously, he started at kicker and outside linebacker tonight for this Belleville East football team. We're going to take our short break here in the halftime report. We get some scores from around the league and our final thoughts as we wrap it up here on the Belleville East postgame show on the Belleville East Broadcast Network. The mic's been off. That is tough. Okay, so the mic's been off, which is unfortunate. That's unfortunate. Anyway, I'm going to redo my thank yous as we're just wrapping this up. As our final thoughts really was just limit the mistakes and be able to capitalize on mistakes this week for next week against Matea Valley. And again, my big thank you to Mr. Nesbitt. Our club leaders have helped us out so much these last 2 weeks, especially me, and help try and upgrade and make this broadcast a lot better. We definitely made a lot of upgrades, a lot of progress. Hopefully the internet cooperates with us a little more next broadcast, which will be 2 weeks from tomorrow against East St. Louis. But thank you to Mr. Hodson, who gave us a new soundboard on 2-day notice, which is awesome. You're the GOAT. I'll make sure to extend my thanks to you in the next few days in the next week. And then lastly, I want to go ahead and give thanks to Athletic Director Mr. Larson, who has been really one of the nicest guys to me on campus. And this also would not be possible without him. So really, 3 guys I wanted to go shout outs to tonight. And I appreciate everyone also who's tuned in. I know internet did not cooperate with us. We had to start multiple streams. But we had 200 people watching at some point. And just very gracious to a lot of people who came out. To me, I don't know about you, Joey, but I'm living out the stream right now. This is what I've always wanted to do these last few years. And that's what I've been waiting for a year. I know we talked about it before the game. We've been waiting for this for a year since this club started to call a football game. And it feels so awesome to do this now. Obviously not in the best situation, not the best environment.
But we're doing it.
But we're getting it done. We're making it work. And that's all that matters. And I'm just really happy with tonight. Obviously, just sucks to lose. But a lot of fun tonight broadcasting. It's going to be a lot of fun. 4 more home games left the year. Yep,
this was a lot of fun tonight. Can't wait for the next game here. I know just from the friends I shared it with, we had viewers in Canada, Rockford, Illinois, and Marquette, Michigan. So shout out to those 3.
Oh, wow.
And there's probably, our map of our audience, we have a central area here, obviously, and then you got 3 outliers.
I know it's accessible in the YouTube Creator Studio. You can pull up where your viewers are.
Yeah, the location.
We'll see if I can pull it up. But thank you to everyone who came out tonight. I know a lot of people watched. A really good fans showing up tonight. Really cool. And so that is going to be our broadcast tonight. A lot of fun, and hope we'll see you in 2 weeks. 2 weeks in today against East St. Louis, 1 o'clock kickoff on Saturday. That is September 17th. Yep, September 17th, 1 o'clock kickoff. Obviously, pregame started 30 minutes before at 12:30. We'll see you then for the Belleville Broadcast Club and the Belleville Broadcast Network. We wish you a good night here on a Friday.